Okay. And then hopefully YouTube is back up. People can find their way back there. Looks good. Public. Yeah. Now my brain would rather replay the cringe shit I said when I was 17. Oh my god. So Friday, right? If you were here Friday bright and early for the career stream, you'll realise I was a little bit late because I woke up late. You know the dream I was having? I'm getting a few love hearts. Thank you, YouTube chat. You've made your way back to me. The dream I had, I was having my stag do, but it was at my old school. And it was nothing particularly creepy or sinister happening. It was just my stag do at my old school. My dad was late to the dream stag do, and that was a bit of an issue. That was about as dramatic as it got. And then I would see people who used to go to my school. What does it mean? Anyone able to read dreams and tell me what it means? Any psychologists here? Looking for a diagnosis. Alright, let me eat this fajita. And then I got my folder of artwork. And we can do a little one. Yeah, I don't ever have really recurring dreams, but I have, I guess, recurring locations. Like, I have dreams that are at my old school. And it's never the same dream, but it's just always there. No, whiteboards when I was at school. Not that old. Though, when I was in sixth form at the school, so like, I guess for non-English people, that's like ages 16, 17, 18, they had just started introducing like sort of digital whiteboards where there'd be a projector and you could draw on it with like not a real pen. That was just coming in as I was leaving school. There was like in a few of the, I guess, the prime classrooms, they had that. I imagine for some of you, that would have been the default. Interactive whiteboards, yeah, that'll be it. I think the dream means YouTube chat is so bad. You're 100% right, Smokebox. How many cigs do I smoke a day? Don't know, like 10 maybe. Never smoked weed in my work car park. Did not happen. I was accused of it, but I didn't. Yeah, I smoke roll-ups as well, like rolling tobacco, which my fiance's doctor did once tell her. Obviously, smoking is bad. If you don't know smoking is bad, I'm telling you now, it is bad for you. It's bad for your health. But I was told that smoking roll-ups is like the healthiest version of smoking because you don't get all the extra stuff they put in like the pre-made cigarettes. But obviously, the real healthier version of smoking is not to fucking smoke. So. Yeah, don't start smoking would be my advice. Because once you start, it's really hard to quit. I've tried to quit multiple times, but, you know, comes in waves. I think because my fiance smokes as well. I think post-wedding, we were I think we're gonna try and like properly quit. It's hard sometimes when I think both of us smoke, is like we'll both quit, but then if something, 'cause stress is the trigger, right? For a lot of people. So if something happens that sets one of us off, if one of us starts, both of us starts, you know? So we sort of need like the perfect run together. Don't start smoking. I started quite, it's a bit weird actually, because I think I started when I was like 23. About an hour and 15 for EMEA. Started when I was about 23. Because when I was at 18, maybe a bit earlier, like 22 or something, but around that age. Because I went to uni at 18, and first year I lived with people, nobody smokes, don't start smoking, anything like that. Second year, the people I'm living with, everyone's smoking. Like everyone's smoking all the time. All the parties I go to, people are always smoking, we're out drinking, all of this, you know? Never started. But then, I mean, this is the nature of addiction, I think, but then I just started. And yeah, like most people I know who still smoke started like a lot younger than me, sort of like 16, 18. But yeah, I want to quit, but we kind of made it's like a huge cope decision. I'm aware how much of a cope decision it is. But we made the decision when um when we were like we had been trying to quit at the start of the year, and we were like on off on off. I'm sure if anyone else has tried to quit, I'm sure we've had similar experiences. Um and then because we were in like the final few months of a wedding, we both wanted to get in like slightly better shape or something as well. So we sort of like coped that we would like, don't worry about quitting the smoking for now. Focus on the weight loss because that'll be more immediately impactful, and then deal with quitting afterwards. And yeah, I realize how much fucking cope that is. I realize how much fucking cope that is. But that was the decision we made. Yeah, I mean the longest period I had was because I used to vape as well, and I got down on vaping because one of the most addictive, maybe it's like the most addictive part of smoking is the nicotine in it, right? Like quitting the nicotine is harder than quitting smoking. Like when I swapped from smoking cigarettes to smoking to vaping with nicotine in it, I literally just in a day, you know what I mean? I just went last cigarette in that day, I'll vape in the morning. I started vaping with nicotine in and didn't like there was no big deal to it, you know? But that's because I still had the nicotine thing. Um so it's like but by the time I think it was when I was at the 2 years I was at London, I was on 0% nicotine, so no nicotine in my vape, and I was really fine. But then inevitably, like if I was drunk, I'd still smoke, and then like fucking classic slippery slope, right? But you know, yeah, wouldn't recommend it because it's really not worth it. It's really not worth it once you start. Did any of the London players smoke too? No. I think in many ways it was probably a big help to me. The fact that when I lived in LA, I was in a house where one, to go and buy stuff, um, to go and buy like cigarettes, it was a 20-minute walk, right? Compared to where I live now, it's a 2-minute walk. So, you know, like the number of times I've been quit, I've been off it, and then something quite stressful happens or something I don't deal with particularly well, and it's a fucking 2-minute walk to go and like get a quick fix, essentially. Whereas in when I was in LA, it's a 20-minute fucking walk. I've got to walk there, I've got to walk back. Nobody in London smoked. No, not nobody in London. Nobody on London Spitfire smoked. It was only me. So also, what I would then have is like the social pressure of being the only smoker. We all work in the same practice room, so I'm going to stink of cigarettes around everyone else, etc. So there was a lot of stuff that would, like, the environment was very conducive to helping stay off cigarettes. But it was always a bigger struggle when I was at home. because a bunch of my friends smoke and my fiance smoked, all of this, you know. Quitting smoking is so hard. Yeah, it's the big problem I think me and my fiance have is like it can't be one of us quits and we both have to quit and we both have to stick it, you know. So it's really tough. Yeah, it works for me, Arthur. But yeah, the best advice is just to never start because you know I started smoking quite late, right? So in reality, you know, between the years of 18 and 22 when I was going out all the time still and having an active social life and didn't smoke, there was nothing bloody wrong with that time. There was nothing, you know, everything was fine. You know, the smoking didn't. There was no like no huge benefit to my social life or anything like that, but a huge net negative to my health. So yeah. Sorry, like you were saying, yeah, vaping might be worse for you as well. Yeah, like I tried snooze for a while as well. I've still got some behind me, but snooze will be probably like a good like halfway house essentially. And then do the same thing I did with vaping where I sort of decrease the strength over time. Yeah, so just don't start is the easiest thing because once you start, it's really fucking hard. Why doesn't the government just ban smoking? I mean, because so many people still smoke, it's very much like free consumption, right? You make the same because you make the same argument about alcohol, right? One, yeah, big in terms of economy, but also it's like what do you call it? It's like it's really hard to allow somebody like there would be a big pushback on, let's say you've been allowed to do something for the first 30 years of your life and then the government tells you can't do it anymore, and it's something like, let's say they made coffee illegal, right? Like it'd be a huge pushback because people would just be like, what do you mean, I've had coffee all of this time, etc, etc. Is snooze that bad for you? I'm not like really not an expert on these things, but nicotine is still bad for you, right? Like the most lethal bit of smoking is obviously a lot of the tar that gets stuck on your lungs and all the carcinogenic stuff. So smoking is worse, and vaping or snooze strips away a large part of that. But nicotine's still bad for you. Like I know it raises your heart rate a bit, and especially regular use will get it through. So it's like nicotine's like the least bad bit, but it's also the most addictive part of it as well. Like, but the hard part of quitting, I think, in many ways, is the nicotine is the real addiction, in many ways. Yeah, I mean, what was true is when I vaped for a long period of time and I still had nicotine in it, I would vape so much more often because I could do it inside, just at my desk, just every fucking few minutes, little puff, little puff, little puff. Whereas when I smoke, it's more of like an active choice, you know. Um, why did you start? Peer pressure, drunk, yeah. Drunk is when I'd start because I'd just be drinking and then like we'd be hanging out and then I'd just be drunk and like, yeah, fucking I'll have one, yeah, you know. Just like nonsense reasons, really. No good reason. No like major stressful life event that pushed me there or anything like that. Just yeah, just got drunk, got addicted. Have you quit now? I have not. No, I've tried to quit and I've been off it. You know, like when I was nicotine free and just vaping. In my head, then I was like, I've actually quit. You know, like I'm still vaping, but I'd start doing it less and less and less because there wasn't the same chemical composure. But yeah, want to quit, but also not in my immediate future. What's the longest I have quit? Like the longest I was nicotine free on London was probably like 8 months or so, maybe sometime around there. Like I was still vaping, but it was nicotine free. So in my head, I really felt like I'd broken the connection. You know, I still had, I guess, the habitual one, but not like the chemical addiction. How old am I? 33 now. So it's really, you know, the older I get, the greater the need to quit will be. Can we look at the art? We can, yeah. But yeah, don't start, kids. That's the easiest option. There's really little gain. Really little gain, and it's so easy for smoking to become a crutch every time you are stressed or something like this. Really easy. All right, so let me get this out. Let me shuffle the order. Right, which one can I not show? Let me find the... Which one is... This one is not okay. This one is not okay. All right. All right, we'll start with that one. Okay. Right. The weirdest thing is that he started so late. Yeah. I mean, just drunk all the time, partying, bad decisions. But unfortunately, of all the bad decisions, that was like, the long-term effects of that one was harder. What's the easy to start, hard to stop type thing? Yeah, I mean, one of the big motivators is money. Like, it gets so costly so quickly. But it's because they put such a high tax rate on it. But all right, let's transition from smoking to art. So, background, some of you might have heard us already, but the background quickly is, it was my stag a couple of weeks ago. We were on the train back from a brewery, and honestly, my best man might actually be the best man. Because obviously train rides can maybe be a bit dull, right? If you train beers, we're chatting, you know, but he spiced it up. On the way to the brewery, he got up at every stop and he gave a little tour guide speech. This is Coleman, Mod Coleman, you might recognise. So he got up, gave a little speech, gave us a bit of description of the town. At first, the rest of the carriage, a little bit hesitant about what is this bloke doing. But honestly, by the end of that train ride, the carriage had been won over. He was getting fucking like pats on the shoulder as we were leaving the train and stuff. Everyone was pretty happy. So then we go to the brewery, we do some beer tasting, we play a bit of bingo. Honestly, I can tell you the other bingo story, the original bingo story, but we played bingo just, you know, between me and my friends, not like at an official hall like Coleman, because he's just fucking class. Got like a little bingo set, so we played bingo between all of us, you know, drinking game rules, no left-hand drinking, all of this sort of stuff. Bunch of that, punishments and all that. Whoa! Thank you, Cran. I hope you're good, brother. Appreciate the raid. Welcome, everyone. You're actually... What a time. Because obviously, I should change the title to EMEA waiting room only. Obviously, OWCS China has finished and we're in the EMEA waiting room. But we've got an art judging contest. I might have to label these as we go, okay? So we know what we're voting for. Cheers, Cran. So, we're having an art contest from my stag a couple of weeks ago where all my friends drew pictures of me. Because as we were coming back from the brewery, we were obviously pretty pissed at this point. So we needed something to do on this train. Just, you know, keep us all occupied, you know, have a few beers, don't get out of control. Don't be too rowdy, right? Nobody actually likes rowdy people on a train. So I want to be respectful to the good people of Mindset as well. So he printed out a bunch of colouring in images. And everyone got some colouring in to do, and we all got pencils. Wait, I should go to the big cam for this so you can all see. So we all got pencils, and we had to colour in. This is a blank copy. An image that you might be quite familiar with, right? This is me. This is my announcement picture. Outrageously bold in this one. So we all had to colour this in. And then I would judge all of the artwork and pick a winner. So, group of 30-year-old men. Not 30 at the low end as well. Colouring in, pissed on a train. Actually, couldn't ask for a better setup for the night out that followed. So, honestly, I know who drew some of these, but I don't know all of them, okay? So I'll number them 1 to 10 as we go through, but I can show you and talk through. And we'll get to the one that I can't show you. We got about an hour still, so we got plenty of time. Okay, so I'll label this one number 1. I know who drew this one, who coloured this one in, because this was coloured in by Chris. Now, you might be looking at it and thinking, has he bloody coloured anything in? And now, an important caveat to this is Chris didn't sleep the night before, and this was Saturday when he came back from the brewery. Chris stayed up all night drinking, not Chris Tieffer, my other mate Chris, stayed up all night drinking. So it's fair to say, by the time we got to halfway through the next day coming back from the brewery, his race was run. The race was run. So the most he got, very minimalist, was this little splotch in the corner from one of the bingo markers. That's the most he got. That's the only mark he left on it. So that's option number 1 if you're into, if you're a minimalist. Why am I showing Haddy to you? All right, I need to remember to number them. So number 2. This one, I don't know who drew this one, but I don't know if you can make it out. You know, pretty standard this one, coloured in a little bit. This actually says pick me on the shirt. So honestly, I was pretty dismissive of option number 2, just because it felt a bit desperate, didn't it, you know? Felt a bit desperate to me. So, pretty basic job, all of this. Option number 3 has gone a pretty standard route. Pretty standard route, you know? I mean, I wasn't sunburnt at the time, I wasn't this pink, but, you know, some decent colouring on the background. You know, this is option number 3. You know, it's okay, right? It's okay. All right. Then option number 4. Option number 4 has got a little bit creative about it. So, this person has won. The first creative choice they've made is to give me a load of bright pink/red hair. Which, you know, some of you might notice, you might be able to see the difference, right? Also note, they've given me a load of tattoos, right? And these tattoos, so I have a friend called Matt. These are the tattoos he has on his arm. So I've been given Matt's tattoos on mine. So they've sort of Frankensteined the friendship group together. And this is the tattoo that is on Mike's leg. You guys might actually know Mike. That's Mikey A. So he has this tattoo on his leg. So they've sort of Frankensteined all of us together. And they also wrote, if you can see, maybe the text in the way, they wrote 10 quality in the corner. So, seems a little bit, you know. All right, what was that? That was option number 4, right? The tattoos was option number 4. Grav 9 Michael Adams. That's for fella. Okay. And then this one, I think pretty basic. This is option number 5. It's pretty basic as well. You know, they've given me very pink lips. Highlighted, you know. I quite like the colouring on the shirt. A little Cloud9 logo on my elbow as well. You know, pretty basic. Give me blue nails as well. They've also, you can't quite see, the yellow's hard to see, but if you look there, you can see they've given a big shiny gleam on my head. I don't know what that represents, and that would never happen. Now this one, I've lost track of the numbers. This one is option number 6. And now this one, I was really surprised. Because this person was sitting opposite me. And this person is my friend named Phil. He used to play TF2 with. He's an electrician by trade. So, you know, good with his hands, I guess. But I was not expecting... Look at this. Look at this. What do we think? He's done all right there. Yeah, I know, right? I was not like... Honestly, there was shock and awe. Shock and awe when he pulled... Look at the shading on my head. Like, he's done so bloody well here, hasn't he? So that one, I mean, I don't want to influence your voting, but I think we could all agree that one's a bit of a top contender there, right? That was number 6 for one we just saw. Try hard, just good at it. Then option number 7 has strayed away from realism, but I quite like it. You know, we have gone, you know, I'm not blue. I'd argue with that, but we've gone creative here. You know, that's quite good. And the background detail is really good. Because I did some of this colouring as well, and the background was actually like, there was a lot of background to fill in. Who wrote Megamind? But I really like that. You know, like, this wouldn't look... If I hung this up behind me, I don't think it would look out of place, you know? That was option number 7. Okay. All right. This is option number 8. This one has also gone down the creative route. Written fucked on my forehead. To be fair, after the Friday night, I was fucked. So it was an accurate label. Also a good job. Also a good job on the background, I think we can all agree. Blowjob, yeah. Very much blowjob lips, yeah. Why am I yellow? Just... There was only so many pencils, right? And let's just say beige and pink were at a premium. So some people had to get creative with the colouring choices. Love the earrings? Yeah, maybe I'll get my ears pierced as a result. Maybe I'll get a little fox tattoo on my head. So that was option number 8. Okay, option number 9. This one. Gone pretty standard. I don't know if you can see the logo. This is Tezek. This is the TF2 team I was in for the longest time, and those are our jersey colours. Black jersey with yellow trim. So obviously I got a bit of an appreciation for that. This person was able to get hold of a beige. They've given me a red spotty head, which you know, obviously upset my fragile ego. But yeah, the Tezek shirt is a nice top, a nice touch rather. A little bit of colouring in the background, but not too much. So it feels like they ran out of stamina. So that was option number 9 there. Option number 9 for the Tezek shirt. Okay, option number 10. Or actually, there's only 2 left, okay? So, penultimate one. This one, a bit of colouring in the background. They've also given me a teardrop tattoo, which I believe... Is that the mark that you've killed someone? But they've done a pretty decent job on the background here as well. They've given me my glowing red eyes, right? My trademark feature. Some decent colouring in the background. And a teardrop tattoo. Okay. And then this... Oh, wait. Well, actually, I'll make this one number 12, actually. Okay. Then there's one that I can't show you. So this one I can't show you due to Twitch terms and conditions. I don't know who drew this one. Hope it wasn't one of my uncles, honestly. And this one has also given me a teardrop tattoo. But more significantly... has given me a Hitler mustache and a Hitler haircut. So unfortunately, Twitch terms of service is pretty, you know, protective about not to share Nazi imagery. So we're going to play it safe here and not get my Twitch channel banned. But that's option number 11, if I've got that right. Yeah, that's option number 11 there. Okay? So we're not... I mean, I don't have a photo. Maybe I'll put it on Discord later. Okay. Then our last entry, this is from my friend Matt. This last entry, Matt was sitting opposite me, so I got to watch his whole artistic process unfold. And one of the greatest versions of art is obviously, you know, what is the message coming from the artist? And this guy didn't intend this from the get-go. I got to watch this unfold and the idea develop and form in real time. So take a look at how Matt drew me. So he started off, he's done well in the background there as well. He started off with the yellow, because that was the only colour available. And then he started off with the yellow, and he was like, I don't know where I'm going with this. He was doing the background for a while. He didn't know where to go. And then he thought, wait, yellow, skin. I've got a blue pencil. Blue, yellow, blue. Marge Simpson? I'll Margify him. And then... that's how I got Margified. Even the dress is green. Like the dress... But my t-shirt being green with the red around the collar, that's actually just Marge Simpson's dress. He's actually just he's fully Margified me. And he's done a pretty decent job on the background, as you can see. A few people lost a bit of stamina around the background, but not old Matt. He was able to get it all in. Exactly, yeah. So, you know, I don't know if I have the follicles to grow, you know, 6-foot long blue hair, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. All right, so get ready to cast your votes. I'll do you a quick recap real fast. Number 1, minimalist, just a blotch. Okay, number 1, just a blotch. Number 2, the pick me. Number 2, the pick me. Don't vote for that desperate motherfucker. He won't get our approval. Option number 3, pretty standard. Pretty pink, pretty standard. Number 3. 4 is for Frankenstein, where I have everyone else's tattoos. 5 is for Cloud9 tattoo on the elbow. Nice shading on the t-shirt. No background though, worth noting. With the gleam on the head. 6 is our resident, I guess, actual... This guy could actually go to Korea and draw and just go to the OWCS matches in Korea, go into the crowd and just draw expert artwork for no good reason. He's got the skill set for it. That's option number 6. 7, we're in the multicolor world, okay? A very artistic direction. 8 is fucks and earrings. Again, great work on the background. 9 is the Tezek jersey and the red spotty head. 10 is the teardrop. Teardrop and the piercing red eyes. Some Homelander shit. And fuck me. 11 I can't show you. And 12 is of course Marge Simpson. So, everyone remembered the number in their head. Let me see if I can how many can I do? You can just type, let's see, which is the best art? So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only have 5 options. That's no good. Ah, fuck it. Just type the number and I'll give you an eye test. I'll eye test it. I'll eye test it. Are you guys all voting for the Hitler one? Guys. 6. Yeah, a couple of 6s in there. 6 was good. 12, a few Marge Simpsons. Which one was 8? 9 or 11? Let me remind myself. You guys have a better memory than me. Oh yeah, 9 was for Tezek jersey. Yeah. 9 or 11? Okay. 7 or 12? Which one was... 7 the multicolored one, right? Oh yeah, 7 was the multicolored one. That's a good choice. 4. Oh yeah, 4 was for Frankenstein. Not a bad shout, not a bad shout. I think what I did is I narrowed it down to a top 4. Obviously, your guys' consensus has very much been Hitler-based. But I narrowed it down to... Where is it? I've lost the... I narrowed it down to a top 4. So I can do an actual poll for the top 4. This doesn't match all of yours. But my top 4 was 1, the artistic one, of course, right? High quality here. The multicolored one. Again, really like the artistic expression. Of course, the Marge Simpson. How could it not be the Marge Simpson in the top 4? And then, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then... It was not... I've lost it now. Or is it? Oh, I've turned these ones over. Okay, yeah. And then... It was the fucked one. Because again, I think there was big artistic license. So we can do a poll between the top 4, I reckon. And then we can decide once and for all. And all of you can stop voting Hitler. Which art was the best? So, was it 6? I'll put realism. So that was the good one. Realism. Won't allow people to spend money here. And then 7. I'll write colourful. You guys know what I mean when I say these ones, right? And then 8, which was for fucked plus earrings. And then 12, which was Marge Simpson. All right, 2-minute poll. We'll get it in. And then this will be final. I'll tell you who I picked afterwards, okay? Can I view the results live as they happen? There we go. All right. I'll tell you, I picked one of these, and I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll show him as we go. So 7. This is 7, the colourful one. 7, the colourful one. 6 is the realism. So you need a close up for this to appreciate what a good job they've done in terms of artistic quality. 8, also in the creative category. This is fucked plus earrings. So a lot of creative license taken there, but inspired. And I mean, if we want to talk creative license, 12 is Marge Simpson. Look at that. I mean, thank God we didn't give him more paper. We would have been drawing that hair all day. How long have we got? Ooh. It's a decently even split. Will 11 be on Discord? Maybe at some point. Remind me after the stream, because we're going to be here for a while now. Because we don't want to glorify Nazi. Yeah, I mean, feels like it's not too hot a take, honestly. Felt I was coming in pretty lukewarm with that one, but apparently not. All right, time expiring. Currently, pretty neck and neck, actually, between Marge Simpson and Realism here. I'm going to send these poll results to my mates as well. So just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there. My mates will get to see what the people have decided. All right, only a few seconds left. Get your votes in. Only 1 vote per person. Terms and conditions do apply. Colourful one is the lowest. I mean, this is top 4, right? All right, locked in. Marge Simpson wins, honestly, right? So, full disclosure. Oh, I should have. Let me show you the results as well. You could have seen it on stream, but yeah, there we go. So, my pick. I was actually 100% on the same page as you. I picked Marge Simpson as my top one as well. It was honestly unbelievable. And obviously, you guys don't know Matt like I know Matt. But this was so out of left field for Matt. So out of left field. And when I told him, I judged it live in front of everyone. And when Matt found out he won, he was absolutely buzzing. He was so pleased with himself. So I'm actually really happy for Matt that he is now going to be my champion as well as the people's champion as well. He's going to be so happy about that. Did he cry? Not quite, but he was considering it. I mean, this is, honestly, it's so out of left field for Matt. But credit to him. When you do good, you do good. Let me... Where's my stag group? Matt wins again. It's a Matt sweep. He will cry now. All right, catch you in a bit, San. You could tell in my voice when I was describing it. Yeah, I mean, the Matt one also goes a little bit further for me because I was sitting opposite Matt on the train, so I like saw the whole process, you know, getting to see the artist work and all that. Yeah, about 40 minutes on for games. But yeah, so that was really class, that. Did we ever establish a prize for the main FPL league by any chance? I don't. Are you guaranteed to win, Job? Tell Matt I love him. I'll let you know. I'll let him know, Benji. Like 90%. Should we look at the uncoachable league? What's a fitting prize for being the uncoachable league winner? Nobody don't start at a blowjob. That's a different type of content creator, I think, that gives away these type of things. A guest spot, banned for 7 days, 14-day ban, £150. We are all over the place here. Current options of 14-day ban or £150. Coaching with Chris, somewhere in the middle. Oh, I appreciate it, Layura. Yeah, I always try and reach out. I know I'm locked out during the actual casting, but when we're just chatting, I mean, especially when I'm solo, gives me someone to talk to. 1v1 Unter and put it on uncoachable. Year of VIP. Should we just give him VIP? VIP in the channel? That feels like a fitting prize, right? Coaching with Chris is worth minus $150? Fuck. Brutal you guys are. I'd pay for coaching with Chris. Get him Unter VIP too? I feel like Unter's got no buy-in in Fantasy Premier League. Like, Unter's buy-in in football. You can actually see when me and Chris and Unter are on a call and football comes up for whatever reason and me and Chris start talking about football, you can actually see the cartoon-esque image of Unter's brain picking up its briefcase, putting on its hat, and just leaving his fucking head as me and Chris talk about Man United for the umpteenth time of Max's life. You can see him just check out. So I think he's got zero buy-in to our FPL success. Great year to talk about Man United. There has been plenty to discuss. Plenty to discuss. I think... But yeah, I think VIP seems like a fair reward. We can maybe even make it a yearly thing, right? Yearly winner for VIP. Because, I mean, you're actually winning by a mile, right? What's this, a 39-point lead? About 40 minutes, just under 40 minutes for the games. You've seen Ten Hag to Leverkusen? I have, yeah. Happy for him. I think any manager who manages Man United recently, it's a rough fucking job. So, you know, happy to see him get another chance on another good team. Big shoes to fill, right? In the form of Xabi Alonso, but Bayer Leverkusen's still a good team. Good opportunity for him. So happy for him. Who gets relegated first, TU or Man U? Trick question. Neither. Thoughts on Wrexham? Yeah. Like, I mean, I watched season 1 of Welcome to Wrexham. I watched it with my fiance as well, she doesn't really follow football or anything like that, and she really enjoyed it. And actually, I stopped watching the documentary, but she still watches it, like, while I'm streaming and stuff. So she's more into Wrexham than I am now, which I guess is a little bit weird. But I think the documentary is actually really high quality. It does a pretty good job of showing the meaning behind football, behind beyond just, I guess, the stereotypical, blokes like sport, yeah, football. You know, it shows a little bit about the meaning it has. The meaning it has for the players, the people, and the community that follow the club. So I think it does a really good job at that. In terms of, I think everything they've done is positive. It's positive for Wrexham, it's positive for the team. Everyone who works at Wrexham or has gone to play for Wrexham has probably also benefited as well. So almost exclusively good has come from it. But I think there is still like I guess, I don't even call it competitive integrity. Because I think what is also true is, in reality, part of the reason they found so much success and skyrocketed up the divisions is kind of just because they have more money, right? You know, like when they were whether they were in League 2 or the Conference, and they've got like a TikTok sponsorship. You know, like, I mean, they've just got more money flowing through, right? So they're able to pay better salaries, better players, and that's a great way to move up the divisions, you know? So there is that aspect of it, but I think you compare that, they're at least, I think they are genuinely respecting National League. Thank you, Archie. But I think in terms of respecting the club, respecting the people, and investing back into the community and the people and the town where it's from, and putting Wrexham on a map, I think everything they've done, even though it is just money can be used to make sports teams better, especially if it's more money than the other teams have available, aspect to it, I think everything they've actually done has been positive for all of it. So I think it's hard to judge it too harshly, even though I think in terms of what has happened, it is akin to what Man City have done, what Newcastle have done, and what Real Madrid have done at times. My brain is doing the cartoonish taping out right now. Briefcase and hat. I support Man United. Man United since birth, really. I'm from Kent, so I know what everyone's gonna say. But my dad's family is from Manchester, all Man United fans. So I've been very much indoctrinated from when I was young. Though I have lived in Nottingham. As if you just wrote Ange. I've lived in Nottingham since I was 18, which is now 15 years. We're really approaching a point in my life where I've lived in Nottingham longer than I lived in Ashford. That's crazy. Wait, have we already approached that point? Yeah, no, I lived in, because when I was a baby, I lived with my parents. My parents had me at university. So I guess I was a uni baby. So I actually lived in London for the first 2 years of my life before we all moved to Kent. So I would have spent 2 years living in London as a baby. And then from the age of 2 until 18, so 16 years in Ashford in Kent. And then now 15 years in Nottingham. So we're 1 year away from going 50-50. They were young. Yeah, I think my dad was 21 and my mum was 20. I think, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the gaga. Yeah, because obviously my parents were at university, so not a lot of money going around. So once they had me, they couldn't afford a babysitter or anything. And my dad's family from Manchester, my mum's family from Ashford, so no family nearby as well. So my mum just used to take me to lectures. So just newborn baby, off we go to the lecture. And that's probably why I'm so smart, right? That's probably why I'm so sort of cultured and intellectual. Because I was attending university at the age of before I could walk. Already working on my degree before I can even speak, Ahead of the game. You see, Sunderland got promoted. Oh, really? Good for them. Back in the Prem. Absorbing all the words. Yeah. My mum's recollection of it, she says what happened in reality is she would take the newborn baby to the lectures and the seminars, and all that would happen is I would become a massive fucking distraction for everyone else. Because what are people more interested in? The lecturer and his information about the world? Or a little baby? Look at the little baby. What a cutie. You enjoy the lecture? Yeah. So I probably single-handedly derailed that course. Your uni recently opened a kindergarten right next to the uni building, which is honestly such a massive W. It's free for students as well. That's great, actually. What course was it? So my dad, I never went to, it was always my mum taking me. I guess she was probably still breastfeeding at the time. That doesn't make sense that my mum had to take me. My dad did, I think it was still called computer science. He was learning programming and stuff like that. I don't know if that was the official name of the course. I think it was still called computer science. And my mum did language studies, which was essentially a study of multiple languages. You can tell I went to uni at the age of 2. So studying different languages while also studying, I guess, like the structure and origin of stuff. So it was one of her big interests. So she speaks like a little bit of, she actually speaks a little bit of everything, a bit of French, a bit of German, a bit of Italian, a bit of Latin. I don't think she remembers too much of a Latin now, to be fair, but she even learned a bit of Russian at the time as well. So like, yeah, really like a lot. Yeah. Your mum wasted her money? I don't know. Well, to be fair, my mum was like a full-time housewife because it was more cost effective for her to look after me and my sisters than it was to pay someone to. You know, like the cost benefit analysis was, it's actually cheaper for my mum to do it, and it also means my mum gets to spend all this time with her children. So it was like a win-win from that point of view. So my mum, yeah, so got her degree, left uni, looked after me and my sisters for bloody ages. And then as me and my sisters grew up and eventually, you know, like the youngest was like teenaging, we look after ourselves, she started going like part-time back at a school and stuff, helping like some of the more challenged children in terms of like extra reading and extra support, and then eventually became a teaching assistant. And now she's become a librarian as well, so it's like yeah. There we go. Brief history lesson. All right. You know what I need to do? The fantasies reminded me as well, before I just get distracted by the good old days. I've sent Matt's congratulations to him for winning again. Fill in second place. And then I should do my fantasy rosters before I forget. So let's go. Let's go. Has everyone else made their changes already? What's everyone's situation fantasy wise? All right. So a few things to bear in mind here. One, the quality of the rosters, and one, a little bit of longevity. So Kellex is playing VP today. What do you mean? Of course we're running ads on the website. Do you think a website pays for itself? Never cared? Come on. And if anything, it's a good reminder actually. If you are using the website and you want to turn off ad blocker, all the money from the advertisements all go directly to Toby to help pay and fund the website and keep it running. So if you have it in your heart to turn off the ad blocker, you can see them on my screen, right? They're not really too intrusive or anything. So really shouldn't be a problem, and it all goes directly to Toby. And helps keep the website running. So, anyway. But yeah, if you turn off the ad blocker, I'm sure I'd appreciate it. I know Toby would as well. Alright, so sorry, let me lock back in. Fixtures. Rocket versus Team Liquid. Tricky fixture, but maybe it's the best we can do. Do they pay more if I click on the ads? I don't think so, Vesco. Maybe in like a very long-winded way, and that's it, you know, it proves that they're more popular and they'll invest more in it. But, you know, it depends. There's a free IQ test up here as well. So, obviously, I went to uni at the age of 2, so my IQ is quite high. But if you guys want to see your IQ, and how much lower it is than mine, you can check it out. Let me do my changes first, because I can't miss... Look, guys, I can't miss roster deadline. I'm going to be tamping if I miss roster deadline. All right, so JWoo I keep, Virtus Pro, I'm going to have to sort of cop on that being a close game, and hopefully they both score positively. But I think they're all good long term. So you know what I am going to do? Step 1, we're killing Kellen. Step 2, who are we going? I was going to go this So lots of people are saying Ziad, right? I'm going infected. All right? I'm going infected. Because I'm hoping infected plays a lot of ball. If infected is not on ball, I'm going to be mad. But trust my process. We're going ball because, look, Team Liquid have a tough game. That's Korea. There we go. There's North America. So they have a tough game against Nightmare, right? But what is their run of games afterwards? Okay, GK, also a tough game. But then, Infected, I'm going to get him and I'm going to forget. Because look at Infected's finish here. Supernova, Sakura, Dildux. He is going to be a point machine. Point machine come the end of the season. So I can buy him now. He'll get decent value in these games. If he's playing ball, he'll get outrageously boosted. And I'll be pretty happy. I'll be pretty happy with it. So I think this is, I get infected in, and then he doesn't leave my team for the rest of the season. That is my anticipation. Not right now, Google Drive. I'm trying to figure out my roster. Okay. And then the problem I have is I have one more transfer left that I can use, right? But if I look at my options, hold on, I've just realized I haven't changed the overlay to the right colors. There we go. Anyway. So, if we look at the fixtures, everyone's got tough fixtures this week. VP versus Alcad, you know, going to be even. Rocket has that. But you know who I worry is going to have a rough time? It's going to be Lep, right? It's going to be Lep. Right? So it seems really hard to justify Lep's existence on the roster anymore. Even though Nightmare are going to have some decent fixtures the next couple of weeks. And compared to everyone else, he feels like the biggest problem. The question then becomes, though, right, I've got 16 budget, and this is not a lot. I need a support. My max is 16. So in terms of fixtures this week, I could go Squid. Maybe he'll play 1 or 2 maps. I could go Yoham, who is probably the player I'm hottest on. Because Quick Esports, remember, have Frost... Oh, I've lost it. Frost Tails, right? So I think Yoham is good for it. And then Quick, they have a tough game against Alcad. So maybe I need to sell him next week, right? And I've only sort of pushed the problem. I've sort of kicked the can down the line, right? And I think there might be a world where I'm actually just replacing a support every week to chase good fixtures. You know, for the supports. But maybe that's okay, because I think long-term, what I want to do, next week, if I have the money, it might be a Jwoo out, Sugar-Free in. Because if I look at the SSG fixtures, right? All right, they play GK. This is going to be a real tough game. Sugar-Free will probably still score fine, because he always does. But after this, next week, SSG play Supernova, Money in the Bank. SSG play Sakura, Money in the Bank. SSG play Extinction, Money in the Bank. So then once I get to week 4, 5, and 6, Infected and Sugar-Free are just big money every time, right? So I just need to try and set myself up for that. And Jwoo and Sugar-Free the same price, at least at the moment. So I should be okay for that. So that's the future. So yeah, I think it probably is. Let me look at the other options though. Like Grapes, I think is a good player. I don't think they have too bad a fixture either, right? Oh yeah, they play Dildux. Wait, should I Grapes it up? Wait. That's an interesting... What's going to be more value, right? Quick versus Frosttails. Or Supernova versus the Ducks. Sakura versus Extinction. I always get these two teams muddled up because everyone's changed names. Oh yeah, Sakura is... I expect Sakura to beat Extinction. Yeah, Sakura should be Extinction, I think. Sorry to Itori if she's watching. And then Extinction having a tough game. Supernova have SSG afterwards. So I'd have to transfer him right out. But the same's kind of true for Yoham as well, right? Quick 3-0 for sure. You think Sakura might be better than Supernova? True. I mean, the thing is, I think this person I transfer in now is like 1 week and done type thing. Grapes did well in the last. Yeah, I really rate Grapes really highly as a player. Like, I think he's one of the best Brigs in North America. And we see plenty of Brig in this type of meta as well, right? And if they've got Ryan back, Supernova will do quite well. How many... Wait, just a quick show of hands by typing the number 1. How many people have Yoham in their team? For this week. Okay. And it's not everyone, right? But it's as a percentage share, it feels like it's only a smallish sample size, but like 50. Like about 50%, right? Which is quite a lot. And people have been telling me Ryan's back, but I don't know how true it is. All I'm thinking is, does everyone know what I mean when I say differential? If you played fantasy sports before, you do, but differential is basically where you pick a player who is low percentage ownership to try and catch and overtake people. Because if everyone has Yoham, I might score good points from Yoham and feel good about myself. But if everyone else has Yoham, I don't gain any distance on them. So I need a differential. Ryan was tweeting like he was going to play. Wait. What's Ryan's Discord? Fuck, what's his Discord? Fucking which Ryan is it? Yo. I'm just going to ask him. Ryan's in. I'm exploiting my position and my connections. It's not insider info. We all know it. You guys were telling me first. All right. Do I do it? Do I do it? Because Yoham is the safe option. I think we can all agree. Yoham is the safe option. Can I afford Renko? Maybe I... No, he's not on the list, is he? No. I was thinking Renko because it's like the flex support version. This is the whole FPL Ryan is on the bus. He's on the bloody bus! If I submitted, yeah, once you press submit, it's final light, so it's like you gotta be when you press it, you're sure. I've only got like 17 minutes left as well, so I have to fucking... Yeah, fuck it. I'm going for differential. Supernova on top. Add him to the roster. He's got no face, but he's got heart. His total score is -6, but the only place you can go from -6 is back up to the top. He is a main support, and now I know I'm running double main support, okay? No, I feel like nobody else is going to be doing this. Nobody else is going to be doing this. So, it's a gamble. I'm sure. But, you know what I mean? You got to gamble to, you got to gamble to win. That's why Bruntley. I'm actually, if Infected doesn't play ball, I'm just going to probably send him some abusive DMs. Just going to send him. I think it's fair. You know, sometimes I'll use my connections for good, like finding out Ryan is playing. Other times, I'll use it to send abuse to Infected if he plays the heroes I don't want him to play. you know, swings and roundabouts. All right. Infected is my tank. Ooh, Tarakan on YouTube chat. I'm running Vega and Kellex as well. Okay. Yoham, surely. We're going differential. We're going differential here. Did I gain any points from price changes? Yes. Yes, but only if I sell them. So Rocket's gone up for me. I can't remember. Yeah, I think Kellex went up as well, maybe by 1. But I only gain it when I sell them, if that makes sense. So, you know, like, once I sell them, I'll get the extra 2 back. But obviously, Kellex and Rocket both seem like decent picks for this. So in theory, I've got money in the bank, presuming their price holds. But yeah. So I think I'm in a situation where, yeah, next week, J-Woo to sugar-free, and maybe I have to trade grapes out again to try and find a... If I go to week 4... I just got to look for a favorable fixture week 4. Maybe maybe GK support's going to be too expensive. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit tough, Maybe it's a little bit tough, but I'll figure something. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, eh? Maybe I'll have to go for like a Sakura or Supernova, maybe. Maybe that'd be the gamble. Hit like a Sakura support if I could. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, hold on. Someone is at the door. All right, locking it in, answering the door. Right back. I'm back. It was our good friend at Amazon Prime, delivering me something I need for the wedding. If you have an Amazon Prime, you can obviously use that to support me, to allow me to buy more things from Amazon and pour Amazon's money back into Amazon, thus making them even richer. Shout out capitalism. The wedding ring? No, my ring arrived this morning. I need to try it on. The service I've been using, basically, I order it online, they send me the ring, I try it on. If it doesn't fit, I send it back, new size, blah, blah, blah. And then once I have the right size, I engrave it. They've been very good, because I've had to send it back a couple of times. Because if you've ever had... thank you, Melon Man, from Amazon. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you've ever had like ring measurements done, the sizes they only go up in millimeter increments. So small changes. So I think I'm really hopeful this is the correct one. And then I can send it back, I can get it engraved, and then we are good to go. And I'll have my ring on my finger in a couple of weeks. Sorry, some people were saying some stuff about fantasy. We need a 6th player and maybe 80 more overall budget, then we can swap our 6th player in and out and doesn't take up a roster move. Yeah, no, it's definitely an idea we considered, because I know they have it in other fantasies, like starting roster things. So it's something we've considered. Definitely, like, I expect a lot of changes stage 3, but it's definitely something that's on our radar. It's a good idea. Why are we talking about the chair? Yeah, the chair stream feels like that's like an origin event. You have to be a real day oneer. Who's my tank? Infected is my tank. I am praying for ball. I'm also praying for more fajitas. My prayers have been answered. Rate the roster. Ziad, Wamon, UV, and RuPaul. Yeah, that's a good roster. Fuck. It's a good roster. The chair stream was a canon event. And yes, status, there are more games today. EMEA hasn't finished. It's just starting. I've been streaming all day because I very kindly got a big old raid from Karku. And then I got a big old raid from Cran. So everyone's been very kind today. Not promoting gambling. Free to play. UK law dictates I don't need a gambling license to run this site. I've done my research. Excuse me, streamer, are you... Wait, where am I looking? Rate mine. Mag, Checkmate, Knife, Landon, Vega. Yeah, pretty good. I think Mag's got a decent chance at scoring all right. He scored well last week. He's got another decent chance. It's a really, really high-pressure game, actually, for Genji, I think. The Knife is the big gamble, but hopefully rewarded. Why is UB playing over Psycho? Just for comps they're playing, right? They're playing a lot of Ram, a lot of Malga. Sim goes nicely with all of that, and it really is like TM's unique feature. He sung Checkmate, Rocket, Lep, Landon. Yeah, I like it. I just sold Lep. Lep is the big worry there. But forgot Nightmare playing SSG today. Yeah, and that's reasonable follow-up. Never been raided by the police. No. I was evacuated from my house the other week by the police, though, because there was a fire and a potential explosion coming, which was an interesting event. Had Landon since day one. That boy, my point printer for real. Yeah, hopefully he's on for a good one as well. Willie, Zera, Rocket, CJ, Landon. Scared for this week? You'll be alright with Quick. Zera is the rough one, isn't it? Like, gotta crossing your fingers. Pete's half the world is crossing their fingers for Knife to play. Half the world is crossing their fingers for Zera to play. One no career with fantasy is coming stage 3. Coming stage 3. We had like it was a bit more difficult to get the data. We're partnering with Overwatch Analytics for Stage 3 to use their data, so we will have Korea for Stage 3. Touch wood. Pressure on Toby. Toby will sort us, so he's good for it. There's actually too many rosters for me to do all of them. Just saw an OWCS chat that Proper is bench. Any clues on this? Yeah, 9K said it was for a greater good for team synergy and all of this. It's all a very odd situation, but Proper very much seems to be on the outside now of Falcons, which is crazy, really. Crazy. He's such a good player still. Could play both of them. It's true, no idea. It's true. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, he's always been a very vocal in-game leader for all the teams he's been on. Properness, as we're talking about. But I think the problem is Falcons seem to be having is, or the implication from 9K's tweet, is they have too many leaders. And instead, they want to like take away voices, actually, give more room for other people. So, I mean, maybe that's just a cope reason and it's really for something else and they're just using that as like the public-facing reason, but there's some legs in it. You know what I want to show you? If I go to the leaderboard... Sorry, someone asked... Sky Me On also asked, have you considered having a weekly leaderboard in addition to the total leaderboard? Yes, I think it's a good idea. And if it's not already on Toby's to-do list, and Toby is listening right now, I think it's a good idea, Toby. We should do it. So if we get... But what remind me of? Bottom of the leaderboard, right? Because most people... Toby says it's on the list. Nice. Thank you, Toby. Thanks for the spray. Of course. We've been live a long way, so people are getting there. People have been getting their drops. Thank you, Sacrifice74 as well, for the 200 bits. Thank you very much. Oh, and Stios. Thank you for the tier 1 30 months as well. You know who's at the... So most people play fantasy.
Emoji, drooling face emoji, drooling face emoji, drooling face emoji.
Yeah, thank you. Drooling for that train. Well, most people are playing fantasy to win. To get the most points possible. A few people are playing to have the worst team possible. The biggest negatives you can imagine. Some people have been doing this on purpose. Some people are having a really bad couple of weeks. But you know... I don't know if you have this in other countries, but in England, you know what they call last place? They call it the wooden spoon, because, you know, you would give a wooden spoon to the last place as a bit of a joke prize. And do you know who? Thank you, I'm going to say it wrong maybe. Oh, Jack Kirman for the community gift. Congratulations, Juno. You know who is in last place right now? Wooden spoon! I see their intentions. They are competing for the wooden spoon. And they're bloody odds on for the wooden spoon, aren't they? We're going to really gloss over the two people who have named their teams after my Rose toy as well and are equally doing quite poorly. Glossing over those completely. Best team ever. I think clear results as well. But if we scroll a little bit up, right? Like, look at this team. Look at Adri here. Because actually, look at all... Like, Adri isn't taking the piss, right? I don't know if you're here. I'm sorry for calling you out like this, Adri, on such a public platform. But Adri isn't taking the piss and trying to score negatively, right? Adri is genuinely competing. Vessler, Zodial, Shockwave, Kaneo, Natsuki. It's just been a bad couple of weeks for poor fucking Adri. Because that team on paper doesn't sound too bad, does it? It doesn't sound too bad. You know, they've obviously... Natsuki's been using their budget option to enable their other players. But, like, around here, there's a few people with real teams. Just in the struggle zone, you know? Where is it? Yeah, there was one team that had, like, all Korean players. Maybe it's gone up a little bit now. Maybe there was week 1, there was an all Korean team right at the bottom here. Oh, yeah, maybe it was this one. This one has like Mag, Who Are You, Ryan, Bliss, Twilight. 5 points. Fuck. All right. Let me get the clean feed up before I forget. Hold on. Announcements. No, info. Clean feed. All right, let me show you my beautiful face for a second so I don't leak the clean feed out of respect. Wait, I can close this now, I think. Oh, there we go. Background music. And we're back. You guys can see it too. Do I have someone co-streaming with me? No. Hunter left me, jilted at the altar and all that this morning. Chrissy stopped in, the kind man that he is, the future champion of EMEA Stage 2. And yeah. Appreciate the offer, Oren. But yeah, I'm going to solo it. Don't you worry. I've got, I mean, how long have we been live? 9 hours? Come on. I used to work longer shifts at the cinema. Let's get this going then, right? Let's get some preds. Let's get locked in. Because our first map is a fucking banger. We got treated. We got treated with some great Overwatch this morning. And we're going to be treated to even more. Let me do, let's see, OWCS EMEA. And then it is Virtus Pro versus OWCS. What a fucking way to kick off EMEA this week, huh? Get Apply to be an FBI analyst. I mean, honestly, Apply is so into it, and I've got so much time for it. Our career and sorry, I just saw it, Torrican, on YouTube. Our career, NA and EMEA are going to be joint or separate. So yeah, there'll be 2 fantasies. There'll be the plan for stage 3. There's a career fantasy, and then there is NA EMEA like we've had for stage 2 still. So there'll be 2 separate ones. Gamba, we can gamba. Alright, who is gonna win map number 1? Virtus Pro. Remember, Virtus Pro should have map pick on map number 1 as well, because they finished a higher seed in stage 1. So map pick and first ban for VP. Predictions are up. Let me finish this for Heater so I have the energy. Ha! Hold on. Sorry guys, it's rude of me, but it was a funny DM, I promise you. Are you planning on doing one for Esports World Cup? If we can, yes, but it all depends a little bit on access to data and stuff. Jacob in YouTube asks, why separate them? So this is for separating NA and EMEA from North America. It's mainly the scheduling is scuffed, because there'll be weeks where North American EMEA, their schedules are perfectly synced throughout the entire stage, all the way through the regular season, all the way through playoffs. In Korea, it doesn't line up with North America and EMEA, so what you'll get is there'll just be weeks where North America and EMEA aren't playing, but Korea is playing. Korea also have more teams in their groups as well, so Korean teams play more games in the regular season, as well as having the seeding and the last chance qualifier. So Koreans will end up just being higher value picks on the basis they play more games and therefore just get to score more points. Can you have a rundown of the best players in Fantasy? Yeah, I think it's on... I mean, Toby will have better access to the stats than me. But if I'm not mistaken, Toby, this leaderboard on the front, is this just for last week? Right? This is just the most recent week, not the overall totals. So I don't know if Toby's any more data that he can pull out of a hat for me. But I think some of the best players so far, I think Ziad, Sugar Free are both at the top right. And these are maybe the two highest players. Oh yeah, good point. Good thinking, Ayua. So yeah, if I sort by total points, can you see this on the... Let me do this for you. Oh wait. Have I made it better or worse? I've made it worse. Wait, what if I do that, but then do that? Can you see? Okay, yeah, this is... You guys can see now. So yeah, this is sorted by total points. So Ziad at the top at 74. Second highest score, 62. Checkmate up now with 54.5. Landon also on 54.5, our highest value support. Rocket on 52.5. Great score for his price. 60.5 for Painkiller. Yeah, Painkiller and Rocket have definitely been like the budget buys. Even Landon as well. Wait, Toby's linked me something. Oh, I'm opening the spreadsheet. Oh, okay, this is be like, I'm on view only. Wait, if I edit it, will it fuck it up for you? Do you need this for something else, Toby, or can I just like fuck around with it? It's fine. Alright, wait, let me... Fuck away. Thanks, Toby. Make a copy. Yeah, maybe that's just... And then where are we going? Total fantasy score, saw Z2A. Okay, so this is our, maybe a little bit, let me zoom in a bit for you so maybe it's a bit easier to see. Alright, so Ziad, top, then Sugar Free, then Painkiller, then Landon, then Checkers, Rocket. Kev's still doing well, actually. That's, it will now be 7th. Then Kellex. Lubda actually doing quite well. I feel like Lubda's been a bit of a sleeper pick for some people. Heesung doing well. Jaewoo up here. Infected, really week 2 carried Infected. But yeah, good score. Kellen's still doing pretty well. Yeah, Kai up there. Chronic, Willis, a great budget pick for his price. Knife, considering he only played like one of the weeks, is right up there as well. Okay, yeah. I killed Simple and who are you this week? Smiley face, I think a good choice. Yeah, this'll... Yeah, because there are double fixture weeks, obviously those players will definitely get a boost, right? I think it's why we see so many of the Alcad players up near the top. Hit scan aren't particularly high. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the top scorers DPS-wise, it's like flex DPS, flex DPS, flex DPS, flex DPS. Hits... Lubs the highest hit scan. And then we have to go all the way down to Chronic. There's loads of flex DPS before that as well. But that's enough talk about fantasy. There's a bloody game underway. Are we all ready? Virtus Pro versus OWCS. This has become an EMEA classic, has it not? Crank that music. All right. And we are going to Sanctuary. The bans were Lucio from Virtus Pro to try and enable some of their greedier compositions. OWCS have targeted Ashe to stop Shockwave playing that. But Shockwave, he's not interested in the Ashe. He won't be throwing dynamites. He has locked the legs. A Sanctuary. Another classic here. He will be playing the angles, playing independently. Checkmate and Landon are going to be in this DPS duo. The Tracer and the Kiri on the left-hand side. I got the Preds chat, don't worry. Lubda's going to get this opening pick onto Gala, though. We're not seeing a whole lot of Lubda on Freya comparatively, but strong opening pick, and now Checkmate forces for Lamp, and this has caused a bit of separation for Vess, and that's going to be easy pickings for Landon. And a strong first fight for OWCS. Already stemmed from the back of that pick. This is such a big and open map, and the way VP want to play is slow and controlly around all the angles. So as soon as you pick off a couple of those players, their ability to control these angles is gone. So all of a sudden, it starts to fall apart, and we're going to see VP. They did this last time as well. They start on this greedy Sigma comp. They lose first fight, and they swap all their heroes. So 5 swaps for Virtus Pro leaves them in a narrow ult deficit. but a comp matchup, that's a lot more reasonable. Juno Brig should be better than the Juno Kiri in a Diva mirror. Tracer and Freya should be as good as a Tracer. Freya will come down to the players. We're going to see another aerial duel between Lubda and Shockwave going head-to-head now. Lubda wants to swing right-hand side, but Checkmate's just got him the back and he's killed Gala. But Juno Brig should be sturdier, but no such luck. Checkmate's pulled him apart from the back. They're going to demech Vestler as well, and they're going to let this baby live for a while. It is going to be drawn out and painful for Vest to eventually go down. Checkmate doesn't actually get the late kill there onto the Freya, but Vestler's only just gone down. More time on the clock for OWCS, and look at their support ults. VP, this 5-hero swap. I can't get behind it. You just get an ult deficit. Maybe on payload you can get away with it, but Koth is so snowbally. We're going to go into this last fight, and first pro are going to have no ults to work with. Shockwave's going to swing around on this right-hand side, but finds no damage onto Landon, so Landon can just keep harassing from this side. Ziad's going to meet up main now. The Ray push comes in. They've got their targets on the backline, and Fixer will be that primary target. He was actually the closest player to ult as well. Lubda has killed the entire backline. Landon has dealt with Shockwave, who tried to flank his way out of it. And Vestler, oh, it just has late death written all over it. The baby is going to get not staggered at all, but it's just over, right? Gala was the first to spawn, but there's no bloody touch coming from him. Checkmate. Any fantasy owners pissed off at Checkmate for getting a needless death at the end there? A needless death? He has no respect. No respect. -1 point for Checkmate. What a prick. Unnecessary. Hold on, let me flick my light on because it's getting dim in here. Somebody asked me the win conditions for both comps. So, I mean, to be honest, when we were in the Sigma one, it was really about angle control. And that, for the Sigma comp, that is, for Virtus Pro's comp. As long as they stay alive and play their angles, they have more shooty heroes, will do more damage, and will just be in a better situation. On the flip side, the win condition for OWCS and that type of it is to stop them. Now we're moving on to a slightly different matchup. It's going to be Orisa coming out from Vest and a Diva Sim now from OWCS. So a bit of a weird composition. But in general, what we expect to see here is Ziad is going to hit the backline. And while Ziad hits the backline, Checkmate wants to get a charge beam and he wants to walk into Vestler's face. Sim can do a lot of damage to the Orisa. But now as Ziad makes that aggressive motion, he gets punished for it. Not enough pressure on the front line as that came out. Ziad's going to get stranded behind. And that's going to be a demech and should be an easy first flip for Virtus Pro as Vestler drops down to the point. Ziad's going off the edge of the map, spear off. No chance to get the remake there, and it's going to be a quick disengage for OWCS to try and prevent any further damage. But oh wait, Checkmate! Jwoo caught in between two sides, both of them shooting and a right click in the back from Checkmate. Means this retake from OWCS can get underway as soon as Ziad is here. Swinging out immediately onto the high ground. Vestler's conceded a lot on this space. Ziad is now mirroring the Orisa. So in theory now, Vestler and Jwoo are better at killing the backline. Checkmate is better at killing the front line. So OWCS can play pretty simple Overwatch. Trade cooldowns at the front, get Checkmate's beam going. The difficulty is keeping Checkmate alive. Sim TP for harassment, a right click onto Gala, 2 right clicks onto Gala. Top of your screen on that one, a great pick from Checkmate. They've lost Kellex and Fixer has the rally though. So Virtus Pro aren't done yet as that rally pushes them over the edge. OWCS supports both 5% short. And Fixer rally saves the day for Virtus Pro as we get a pause. And hopefully a chance for me to... I just need to correct my lighting slightly. I'm a bit fussy, but I'm gonna dim it down to 77% because I think it looks a little bit better. And what are we all here for? The Overwatch, some of us. The fancy tips, some of us. The sarcastic and chaotic energy, some of us. But we're all really here for good lighting. Good lighting. Doesn't count, right? The Checkmate's death counts, unfortunately. Never noticed the door before. The door's normally closed out of respect for the people inside my house, aka my fiance trying to watch TV without this idiot screaming in the mic. But my fiance, she's at a friend's birthday party, so I'm free to be loud. It's just my normal house light, but I also have a ring light as well. I'm getting some more lighting soon as well, so stay tuned for that. Have to wait for it to be delivered, so it might be it's coming from America, so it might be a post-wedding thing, but more lighting is on its way. But yeah, just some ring light I ordered off. I can show you guys maybe actually. Whoa. You're kind of getting blinded. Yeah, just a pretty standard ring light off Amazon. Shout out Prime. And then I've got, it's actually an Uncoachable Client of the Week t-shirt. It's a Client of the Week t-shirt over the top to act as a bit of a makeshift diffuser, because it's without it, the light is so bright. When I first had it on, it just felt like my eyes were getting seared at my head. 2 weeks today, Harry, so we are in crunch time. Crunch time. Virtus Pro in strong control of this. I think it's very hard to come back with Orisa comps once you're behind. Yeah, the ult snowball is really hard on this. Same in a lot of Brawly comps, but it's certainly true in this Orisa version as well. There's the Ray advantage for Landon. Does finish the kill on Shockwave. Turns around to pocket Checkmate, who is pulled into that. A TP evasion, but now the blade to chase him with a bash as well. And Alcancia have all the answers. Checkmate, too nimble on his feet, darts away from that one. And then all Jayu can find is a giant shield in his face. Kelix with a shutdown and a good ult exchange for Alcancia. Does mean that was double support ult invested there for Alcacia, so a heavy investment. Now it's going to be a Ray push from Gala, and while Alcacia have the Symbol, the Ray is one of the better ults at finding it. So if Alcacia can find good Terror Surge value here, they can just try and disrupt that Ray value for Gala. For now, though, pretty far back, actually, as Shockwave will swing out. Ziad's going to make that move forward now into the Ray. Terror Surge to pull them all back in. Symbol to help him out a little bit. Ziad's going to get speared afterwards, and Shockwave's going to take this duel, but has to reload. Niall gets back the other side of the wall, and Ziad has stuffed everyone back in the choke. He doesn't know where they are. Ziad thought he was going to catch a low HP Freya, but the Freya was in the sky. He was looking at the ground, but she can fly. And then everyone comes to punish Ziad. Tank opening for Virtus Pro for this retake, and they should be able to clean up from here. Jaywoo good for one. Lupta's still in and around finding trades, but every shot and bolt connected for Shockwave means they will clean this one up, get themselves back in control of point, and we are in an emergency touch situation for Alcacia. Do they have the speed? Do they have the gusto? There's a body block underneath from Fixer. He won't let him through. Guarding lower. 1 more %. Can he get on? He dies beforehand. Lupta's going to get on instead on the Freya, but they have no tank, and it's just a Congo line to their death here. And Virtus Pro tie us up 1-1. Whew. Need to crack another cold one for that. Yeah, good body block. You saw how hard they made it. Are we ever going to see a point system for MVPs in fantasy? Potentially, yes. Potentially, yes. I was a bit resistant to the idea at first because obviously I don't always agree with the MVPs and it makes it a little bit random, but maybe some kind of small bonus for MVP wouldn't go amiss. It's definitely on the ideas for next stage category. Lupta versus the world is what Unter would have said. It's like he's still with us. 3 times points for MVP. Grow up, shield me. Alright, D.Va Sim again for Alcacia. So similar matchup here. Can they get the D.Va onto the back line and occupy it while they beam down this Orisa? Some of the keys that Alcacia need is really high energy on checkmate before they commit here. Everything a little bit simpler for Virtus Pro. If as long as they can keep the back line at bay, they can just play to punish this D.Va. You see Ziad is already getting poked out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ziad actually just swaps when he gets the first opportunity. For now, a TP in, just for the D.Va to get this D.Va onto backline, but Freya swings the other side. Pressure coming in, and Virtus Pro take a step back to point. They're now on the low ground, but they're alive for now. Really, Virtus Pro, they can't stay here forever. They need to find a timing to push out, or they will get poked down. They're trying to flip the map now as well. They've given them a bit of a flip. Ziad is pressuring point, but they have to come back and fight around them. Vestless has got the kill in the back. Good push out timing from Virtus Pro. Just an anti-timing read from Alcacia. Alcacia take the worst position as VP get the rotation for free. Should have been much harder for VP to walk up that slope if Alcacia were ready for it. But Alcacia wanted to take the fight to point, so it doesn't work out for him at all. Expect the Orisa swap to come through from Ziad now. He gets this opportunity, but no is the choice, actually. So, okay, clearly prioritizing the high ground and the ability to stage above a little bit more. On this map with more high grounds to make use. And there we see Checkmate getting full pocket onto the Orisa right now, but they turn their attention away from Checkmate. He needs help. Ebola finishes him off. Vestler is protected. Lubda gets the trade with Ebola, punishes Shockwave for that one, and he's doing more than punishing Shockwave. He's punishing everyone. Pressure now onto Gala as well, has to completely de-peak, and that means no pocket for Vestler. And just when it looked like the bowler from Shockwave should have won it, it relieved all the sim pressure off of Vestler, even turned a kill for him. Lubda with a big flank. The playmaking potential for Freya is through the roof. So much impact you can have on this hero, and Lubda's done pretty well so far in this opening Busan. Gonna be a Ray retake for Landon. He does have it 20% sooner as well, and Kellex will have this rally too. Landon clearly getting through a bit more work. Oh, torpedo swing from Gala to keep him alive. Rally in exchange, but here's the Ray. There's a Terror Surge in it as well to clean him up. Kellex goes down, doesn't actually get to that rally, and what should have been a support ult advantage window for Alcacia doesn't come off at all. Now it should just be clean up on the point. Praying for a tray if they can. Nice little spear out of the sky from Vess. He'll clean that up. So he had found a trade in all of that as a baby. And they'll have to wait for Fixer. But now Virtus Pro have a very favourable ult situation. They have a Ray versus a Rally. And if Kellex walks into that Ray, he's going to be made mincemeat of. Even worse, there's a Blade to worry about as well. So Virtus Pro have the combo to potentially close out the first map hit, if they can get it off. They just need to make sure Alcacia are close enough and there's no TP shenanigans for a disengage or a flip. Making Alcacia walk all the way in right now. And Lubda, another opening pick. That's the Blade down. What pick from Lubda? The perfect pick. Now the pressure onto Vestler. He's been forced all the way back. Low HP on point. Kellex wants to drop the symbol and the rally to meet the Ray. They bash in. They killed Gala immediately. And they can't get value out of this Ray because they are just dead to this symbol and bash. Vestler's going to be forced all the way out. And Lubda has saved the day. Oh my god. Does anyone have Lubda in fantasy? Because he is cleaning house right now. Bola was thrown into that as well by Lubda, and to be fair now, Alcacia looking a little bit slim on ults, really need Landon's Ray. Virtus Pro going to come back with both DPS ults. Potential for them to wait for the Terror Surge and do some kind of Terror Surge Blade combo. Landon's Ray can live through that, but it's not straightforward at all. Bola comes out, pressure onto Checkmate, who gets the Sim TP up. Evasive maneuvers. Now Landon's going to pop the Ray in response to this Blade. Jay was getting marked out as well. Fixer also forced to repel. One more slash in, but into a Terror Surge tries to pull him in. They tried one final combo, but Landon just lives all of it. He's just beaming them down. Checkmate on the angle. They get pushed back, and we're down to last fight territory, and Virtus Pro have to go fast. They have a rally if they can get there. Joe has gone Tracer for the touch. But Alcacia, they're holding forward. They want to make this touch as hard as possible. They are looking for that Tracer. They want to make Jay-Woo's life hell right now. Jay-Woo is going coast, but there's Sim turrets. Rally to come through to help the touch. They're just full pocketing Jay-Woo, trying to force it through. Jay-Woo does trigger overtime. Fixer's even killed Kellex on the way through. They're right in this Virtus Pro. They just need to keep staying on the point. Fixer is isolated, but the rally keeps him alive. Ziad has to back it up. Nearly has the bomb. And another pick from Lubda. Ziad still has the bomb. The Bola's been eaten. Vestler trying to get onto point. Here comes the bomb. Lubda finishes off a low HP Vestler. And it's just for desperation. Just two players left. One more touch from Jay-Woo. Gala so low in the sky. Lubda will headshot him. Just for Tracer now. Jay-Woo has it all to do, and he's got no help. He's got no friends. And he's lost the first map. Alcacia taking that. Feeling like a Lubda world, isn't it? And also, it certainly feels like this Virtus Pro Alcacia series is going to deliver everything we want out of this type of matchup. Alright, let me finish my fajita.
Tennis.
Thank you, Yoshim. Tennis? Yeah. Well, this is actually the this is the serve break early on, right? Close that. Let me close that. Let me go to the Faceit page. And what was it? Was it OWCS? Is it this one? The score calculator? Yeah. Alright. How big will Lubda's numbers be? 6? It's actually Landon on top with 7. Landon's a point machine, isn't he? You guys seeing this? Only one of the checkers. I got 2 out of Kellex. 1 out of Jwoo. Checkmate only with 1. Would have been double that without the late death. Yeah, 14k healing, 2k ahead of Gala. But look at the damage difference here as well, right? Like, he's like 1.8k ahead in healing, ahead of Gala. But he's on 6.5k damage compared to Gala's 2.9k. Yeah, Ziadra scoring very respectably as well. No. Oh yeah, he did play Kiri on Sanctuary, right? So that was probably where he got a boost from it. That's true. Good point, good point. Alright, Preds for map number 2 open. And guess where Virtus.pro have taken us, huh? Guess where they've taken us? Circuit Royale, where else? A VP Classic. Expect them to protect Sigma here. A Ram ban, probably very much on the cards. Counter ban from Al-Qudsiya. Maybe a Farah. Hero very commonly banned on Circuit Royale, just really annoying to deal with. So few Landon deaths is massive. Yeah, it's actually Landon is a points machine. I forgot their name, sorry, but someone in chat was saying earlier about that. Landon is just printing you points. Back at it again. Looks just downloaded the Freya character. It's over for everyone now. Yeah, I mean, if you watched a couple of weeks ago now, you watched my interview with Junkbuck. Felt like he was baiting Lubda a little bit in my interview, you know, if anyone remembers that. Where he was like, you know, Lubda's a really good player. He needs to practice more on other heroes, you know. He has such high talent. If only he practiced more on some of these other heroes like Freya and stuff. Seems like Lubda might have been putting in a couple of hours here and there, you know. Bit of practice, I think. Do you think there should be a point deduction if a player doesn't place and there's a risk to it? I don't know. I think the fact that they don't score is enough of a risk. Aberdeen beat Celtic in the Scottish Cup final. That's a pretty big upset, right? I know Aberdeen are up and about there, but good for them. Do you think we'll see more Anna in response to the slower Brawl comps? Probably not. I think the Survivor, I think the Anna is just too vulnerable. I think Anna into Freya is actually a really bad matchup as well. You guys have probably played more Freya than me, but it feels like some of the heroes, outside of tanks, of course, you just can't help but takes bolts to the face. Some of the other heroes that suffer most to the Freya rather. I think Torb, even though we don't see too much Torb, but Anna especially. Really easy to get punished by the bowler. Really easy just to get caught with a couple of these take aim bolts. So I think that's a big thing deterring a lot of the Anna that we maybe saw in stage 1. Get your nade force from poke. Yeah, exactly. A couple of these take aim bolts, you have to self nade, and then you're just really limited. And also, you think how Annas like to play when they're in these sort of classic anchor positions at the back of a map where they can see everything. It's Freya can peek over so many walls and rooftops and ceilings and all these preposterous places that you're not used to. Now, all of a sudden, a lot of these safe power positions for Anna aren't as safe as they used to be against Freya, because Freya can come over a wall and just take 8 shots at you before she has to fall down. So yeah, I think Anna becomes really difficult unless it's a particularly Gibraltar-esque map. Would Alcad struggle? Yeah, for sure. For sure. As impressive as Landon is, and he's so good at other heroes, Ana is a hole in his, what do you call it? His armory. Alright, ban-wise, we are getting that Ram ban from Virtus Pro. They lean into this one so often, of course, so no huge surprises there. Vessler starting on ball. Vest, get your ass back in spawn. We're not buying it. Get your ass back in spawn. You've looked up a comp. Yeah, you've gone Sigma. Shocked emoji. Come on. Bat Alari Sigma May Freya from Virtus Pro after a bit of scouting. Alcad playing a Farah, Freya, Diva, Ilari, Kiri. So a pretty shooty comp from both teams, really. Though, Lubda's at it again. He's got the opening pick, and it'll be a free first fight for Alcad. But both teams investing a lot into pokey DPS. The key advantage Virtus Pro have is, as well as having all these shooters in terms of their backline and Freya, they also have these Maywall timings with the Sigma. A Maywall onto the Diva, force the Diva to fly away, try and hit that rock on the back shift. If you hit that, you can pump damage into Ziad, try and threaten a DMAC. There's the wall onto the backline, forces Ziad to fly away. He does avoid the rock this time. But you can see, even though Alcad don't get punished by that timing, you can see all the space they've had to concede. So it'll just be a cycle of this. A rock onto Landon. The pylon just about keeps him up for now. The pylon has been cleared and BP can keep swinging. Vessler's half HP. The shield is up now. Another wall timing. But Vessler had to Matrix during all of that. So Vessler's quite low on cooldowns. And Checkmate's just blown up Gala. A second death for Gala. But Jwoo's traded him. An important pick for Jwoo. But they nearly got Kitsune Rush ready here. But Victor's going to have the window first. Ice Block has been forced. A lamp and a window to try and clean this one up. But there's a Diva above him. Lubda's thrown in the bowler as well. Lubda's going to walk behind this wall. And even though there's a window, nobody's looking at him. Fixer's going to back it up. Lubda is above him, but he has to reload. So Fixer gets the trade. It's turned into a right old scrap. Landon's going to pop this Captive Sun. Tries to snipe it. Blocked by the shield, I think. Barrage from Checkmate, though. Will get Vessler before falling. Ziad is still alive on decent HP, but he is getting pinged down by this Bat Alari from Virtus Pro. And a scrappy fight leaves just the Virtus Pro shooters to try and force point. Captive Sun coming through. Needs to find his way through the Matrix. Onto the Kiriko. Forced backwards. I think Kellex still had cooldown, so not a high value Captive Sun at all. They did trade for the Kitsune Rush, so maybe not the end of the world. Virtus Pro will still be coming back with a Blizzard and a Flux for point though. They could even use the Bowler Flux combo, but right now they have to worry about Fixer. There's a baby Diva, but Fixer kills the baby and avoids the bomb. Fixer's the bad guy now all of a sudden. Vessler has stabilized that choke, and now with tank advantage, they need a miracle to get themselves out of this one. Alcad. They need kills, and they need them fast, and they're getting none of it. Good clutch from Fixer. And there we go. Originally, if you cast all the way back to my fateful EMEA power rankings of Stage 1, you'll remember me saying, oh, they can't play Bapalari with this lineup. Virtus Pro can't play their best comp. Spoiler warning, I was wrong. Bapalari from Virtus Pro. Success on this first point. Checkmate has gone sim now as well. Again, it feels like this is a comp designed to be more aggressive, to use these TPs to get Ziad into positions like this, where he can stage above the backline and threaten this Bapalari. They are poking him out a lot. Jay was just going to drop this one, but there's a TP available. No one's going to get frozen. He wasn't thinking about TP, but Ziad was thinking about this Baptiste. He has killed him and cleared for pylon, and Jay was going to be forced back. Baby Diva taking the duel again. Gala can't quite finish it off. Can't finish it off at all. Gala's going to fall, and Ziad gets back in mech. That's what happens if you can't kill the baby. The baby will kill you. Ask a parent. Ask your parents. Now forced all the way back to spawn. And Alcad are in a great position here. In theory, though, we talk about the Diva staging on high grounds and finding places to engage on the backline. You see Ziad is playing quite an independent role in that sense. But this second part of defense is great for that kind of play from Ziad. And it's going to be so difficult for Fixer and Gala to get to these meaningful positions. Oh, the bowler is going to kill the pylon. Only a lamp was used out of that. Captive Sun response from Gala. Where is it? Catches Lubda. Gala needs the trigger though, and he can't find it. Nothing from a bowler, nothing from a Captive Sun. Now at window, but this is a shallow looking window. But oh my god, Ziad is behind. Kitsune rush to try and save Ziad. They are pushing forward. They're trying to fly through. Kellex is there, a simple to keep going. Alcad are doubling in. They want all of it, but here comes the Flux. Do they have the cooldowns to survive this? TP away, but Lubda can't TP. He's going to die to it. Kill for Vessler. He's going to regroup on point right now. Lamp comes through to keep him alive. They demech him, and they will clean this one up just to avoid any trades. Just for Sim left. Virtus Pro. Good flux from Vestler after a heavy ult exchange. Sends it in their direction. But OWCS do get a recontest. They're going to have to try and push through the Maywall, and they're going to have to worry about this mid-fight Blizzard from Jaewoo. But if they can get to Kelex's beat timing, there's a real chance here. OWCS are on Sim too, so really able to get back very quickly. TP to get Ziad into position for solo TP again, but he's just actually taken so much damage here. It's a TP through from Landon. Now the beat comes through. 5-person beat. They need kills, though. Lamp comes out. Blizzard comes out defensively. Kelex tries to get out of that one. He's got out of it, but Landon not so lucky. A 1-for-1 trade only, though. Kelex is low HP on point. Shockwave's got 2 kills on point. Bomb behind from Ziad, but he has to worry about the touch. Checkmate is holding his own. He's not just holding his own, he's thriving. 2 bars of HP and Checkmate kills both of them. Checkmate a TP back from spawn as well. And Checkmate on Sim, he saved it for OWCS here. How on earth has he managed that? Ziad looked, you saw him on the Baby Diva sprinting back towards the point. He knew Checkmate was in trouble, but call an ambulance, but not for Checkmate. Checkmate's going to have a symbol for this final fight as well. A great response to that Captive Sun and to the window, limit a lot of that impact, and a Kitsune rush for Landon over top. Captive Sun through, window as well. Symbol comes out, but Bowler, the eat on the Captive Sun. Bowler from Lubda is big, eat from Ziad is fair. Every single ult from Virtus Pro has just been shut down, and it is a hold on this second point. They've only got 10 seconds. Jaewoo is going to be dying in the hopelessly late territory. The touch is going to be so hard. Vessler has gone Diva. They can maybe get the touch, but the high ground. They've actually got a kill onto Kelex. But it's going to be so hard. Vessler's flying for it. He does get it, but he is alone right now. He's getting burst down. Shockwave with the bowler to try and turn it. Vessler is still low HP. They've lost everyone on the backs, and there is no support coming for Vessler. Into Baby. Nowhere to go. Lubda will finish that one too. And Virtus Pro are held on second. Kelex dies in overtime again. Yeah, as someone who was Kelex on my fantasy team, I wish he wouldn't. I really wish he would just stop. Come on, mate. Overtime. We really need you alive for this. Gala is cancelling out all the points I'm getting from Landon. A fateful fantasy situation when you have a player on both teams and you need them to both somehow win. Tricky. I'm in the same. I've got Jaewoo and I've got Kelex. So every time Jaewoo kills Kelex, that's a net negative for me. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the numbers there. What were we... Who was looking best KD-wise? You got rid of Fixer, but kept Ziad. Nice, looking good for you. And I mean, can we just take a second to appreciate... Wow, this was meant to be like a barn burner. EMEA, 2 classic EMEA teams going blow for blow on ground tanks. This was meant to be Virtus Pro's map. This is also the second map in a row Virtus Pro have picked and picked for bans. OWCS have been playing well so far in Stage 2, but this will really be a cherry on top of their achievement so far. Ziad is going to continue on with Diva. Virtus Pro can use the same comp as well. Kiri, Lucio, Sim. So again, OWCS, they want to TP past this Sigma where they can. They want pressure on this backline. They want this Bapalari to suffer. Don't know why I got so intense there. Ziad is going to get top back up and look for his move. It's not an easy role at all for Ziad here. He has to make a lot of independent plays with limited resources. And just try and play for uptime, basically. If Ziad can get kills, great. But really, he wants to occupy the backline, allow Checkmate to get this beam, and punish this Sigma. Sim turrets up, charging this end. Ziad will fly through again, clears the pylon, and look at this. This is what they want from Checkmate. High beam going. Gonna reset and go for another cycle on Checkmate's TP timing. There's the TP onto the backline. They're both there. Shockwave is low and Ziad will finish it. Good peak timing with that TP for Rock to punish Ziad, but the pocket is there just in time. Ziad doesn't lose the mech. They force Jaewoo's ice block. Vestler needs to try and help Jaewoo out of this situation. It's gonna be hard. Defensive wall and a Matrix. Full pocket for Jaewoo, but they've lost Fixer while all of this goes on. A Kitsune rush, a Bowler, obliterate them on point, and OWCS are gonna have a big old time bank. And looking at yellow box, it's just at the end of second, so they basically have to cap second. But they've got 5 minutes to do it in. Checkmate's going to have Simwall soon. Kellex is going to have B. Fix is going to go Brig because they need the survivability. They have Ult 2 Virtus Pro, everything except for Fixer as he's just swapped. And he used the window obviously in the previous fight anyway. So, stuff to work with. Baroque to clear the TP out. Clearing these turrets as well as Vessler reclaims a bit of space for Virtus Pro to work with. Want to try and get 2 fights out of this if they can. The payload is already approaching the corner. A Flux to start it out. Catches on the wrong side of the wall, but he slinks it over. They can't save Checkmate. Now the bomb comes out. Ziad thinks he's Poco. The sim wall. The shield up from Vessler saves him there. The sim wall does actually end up leading to Jwoo's death there. They are able to make value out of that. Kellex has the beat push ready to go now. Gala's going to pop the captive son. Needs to find value. He's got 2 targets, but where are the triggers? Kellex is de-peeking. No triggers. Lupta's cleaned everyone up. Vessler is pushing for a trade, but the payload's been moving this entire time. Ziad's going to get D-Mex. Oh, Ziad's going to get D-Mex. Is there a chance for a recontest here? It's so close. Jwoo has to run for it. He's going to Blizzard to try and make space. He has to get onto point. Ziad is back into mech. Jwoo dies as he touches. No more touch. And they've been crushed here on Circuit Royale. Oh. Jake and Max. Spooked me there. They came out of nowhere. And this is a hell of a start from OWCS. Chat press might be screwed. Come on, guys. Surely Virtus Pro are going to win their 3rd map pick. OWCS should have touched so we can farm more points. True. Should we look at, speaking of points, should we look at fantasy points? I mean, hoping for Jwoo with a minus 2.5. Fuck's sake, Jwoo. Shocker's the only person to stay positive. Lupta and Ziad for big winners there. 6.5 for Ziad. 5.5 for Lupta. 3.5 for Checkmate. Kellex with another 2. Kellex always good for 2 points, isn't he? Trickling up. How is Shock positive? Yeah, what is it? He was 9 and 3, 10k damage. Just like he's got like significantly less deaths. Yeah, like, he's got 3 deaths. The second closest is 6 from Fixer. They actually can't kill. They can't kill Shockers. Yeah, Landon topping his points up. Total scores so far. It's actually Lubda top of the scoreboards, 11.5. Then 10.5 for Ziad, 9.5 for Landon. All of OWCS staying positive right now. Fixer and Shockwave actually still net positive. 1 and 3.5 respectively. Gala the biggest loser of today. Ziad is a point machine. I mean, Ziad and Landon. Fuck. I could have bought Ziad instead of Infected, but I've got to hold strong. Infected will come good. He will play ball, he will farm, I will get 1 billion points, and I will laugh at all the Ziad owners. In pity. This is a perfect case to show the issues with the AI stuff. We're so dominant in stage 1 and it basically assumes VP won't drop a map. Yeah. More German ads? I've been getting the German ads as well. I got a German ad for O2. Was it yesterday when I was watching the Tekken, I think it was. Yeah, I got Kellex from OWCS as well. I got Kellex and Jwoo, so this is not looking too great for me. Second World Tour was so good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. VP trying to slingshot mid-game. You're German and you get French ads? How does that work, Gian? Everyone else? The English are getting ads in German. The Germans are getting ads in French. What are the French getting ads in? English, I guess. Is there a full cycle? Where can I find replay codes? Exclamation mark replays should take you to a sheet that has the codes for all of OWCS. What are ads? Always flexing the turbo badge. I picked Q11. I have 0 points on him. He's not played Primal. Replay with an S, I think. Yeah, oh yeah, we go. Two Batoni's got it. I'm Slovenian and get Finnish, French, and German. Fuck. No, not codes. Replays. Come on, Wanderlust. You can do it. You can do it. But yeah, that link should have all the codes, all the replay codes to all the games. I think for EMEA in North America, it doesn't get updated until the end of the day. So you might have to wait for the end of the day's action to get the codes from the West. But they'll be good for them. Is 120 points good? Yeah, 120 points decent. I think... What have I got? Let me look up, because I'm in 189th come the start of the day. Where am I going? Overwatch Fantasy. Leaderboard. And what am I on? I'm on 173 and I'm like top 200. Yeah, so like 120. I mean, you're still going to be in the top. For context about, you know, when you look at your rank, I think there's, I don't know the exact numbers, but there's over 4,000 rosters. So honestly, if you're even top 1,000, you're in the top 25%. 4,400 rosters. Yeah. So if you're sub 1,000, you're actually, yeah, where's 120? Yeah, so you're probably just around that 1,000 mark, like around the top 25%. Which really is not too shabby. I peaked at 13th and the Who Are You incident happened. It's been known to happen. So if anyone was here before the stream where we did the art contest, I put it in like my stag group WhatsApp, the results of the poll. And Matt is fucking buzzing that he won my vote and he's won the popular vote. So if you understand what I'm talking about, just want you to know that you made Matt very happy today. Matt CV? Yes, Matt CV, Seppu. Top lad, top bloke. Top artist as well, apparently. Commander Marge. Fuck. It sounds ugly, but in reality, it was a beautiful gesture. Alright, where are we going? OWCS have banned Freya. Second, Virtus Pro banned D.Va to force this Orisa mirror. Makes enough sense from Virtus Pro. OWCS don't want to play Freya. I mean, to be fair, Lupta was doing loads of a Freya. But is Lupta not also the best Sojin in the world? Right? So, maybe they'll just take that. Worth noting as well, Kiri Lucio versus Juno Brig here. So in theory, a bit more survivability for the Kiri Lucio. I think as well, Brig doesn't always have the greatest matchup into another Orisa, even though is very good in these brawlier compositions. Starting on Runa Sappy here, Shanks will be trading. That beam is getting going for checkmate though. A good spear to keep him at bay for now from Vesta. Lots of pressure. They need to keep their sim up. Jwoo dives in for the kill, but he dies. Checkmate is so low into the corner. Vest can't finish the kill. It is very much keep this sim alive and win if you are OWCS. Play front to back Overwatch. Get a beam going and let checkmate go. They keep checkmate alive. Jwoo, it's tough for Jwoo because he has to make these moves, right? The key for Virtus Pro is getting Vessler and Jwoo onto key targets. If this could be the backline, great. But Kiri Lucio are hard to get on consistently. The sim, if they take the sim out, they lose so much firepower, and Jwoo will have free reign. So, the mission for Virtus Pro: take Nissametra out. Lantern has a Kitsune rush already, and Virtus Pro are going to be forced to disengage, honestly. And they seem okay for it. Lupta's going to go for a bit of a slide through. Wait, is Vess? Where's Vess? Is he still in there? I've lost a horse. No, he's behind us. I found my horse. Virtus Pro successful with the disengage, and now they will have some support ults of their own to push back with. Ziad's going to come back round to the choke. Overclock from Shockwave. He's got it a little bit quicker. Now it's a TP disengage. They've given him the slip. There's no one to shoot at. They're all hiding. Shockwave has got nothing to find with this overclock, and Lubta's going to have a chance to respond with this one quickly. Rally to keep pushing, but here's the symbol. Overclock from Lubta as well. Victor's going to need to keep that shield up, looking for the Terror Surge, but the beat is there to keep everyone alive. Vesta's taken a lot of damage, but here comes the Ray. Investment with all the ultimates. Ziad's about to have a Terror Surge. The only ult really left. Jay was still a bit short, but Shockwave with the crucial pick. Ziad's pushing forward, looking for more. Lubta's going to flank for a kill. He doesn't have a rail, but he's got a great angle for this Terror Surge. Ziad connects onto 2. Jaywu is 1 HP. Ziad will take him out of the sky. Great Terror Surge, but Vestler, he's on the run. He gets the payload back for a little bit, but it's right back. Forward spawns back on. Vestler will be the last to spawn as well, and Al could see a substantial lead. Does limit the progress they can make, right? So while they have checkpoint, they can only start gaining meters just now. And it's going to be a Blade attempt for Jaywu. But we've seen this in Korea before as well. Blade with no ults to combo with, no Rally, no Ray, no Terror Surge, can be difficult to execute. Virtus Pro really needs to soften up Alcacia before committing this Blade. TP down early in case of a disengage. They found Kellex. Kellex is around the corner. He's given him a slip. The TP was there. Ready. Checkmate. The anticipation. He saw it coming a mile. He saw it coming before the idea even popped into Jaywu's head. And they have completely kited this Blade. They clear this one. Kitsune rushed out with a repush, and his Virtus Pros turn to disengage. They don't have a TP. Vestler is on the run. He's gone to the side. Wait, they're not on the run. But Jaywu and Shockers have both found a trade as they push in chasing the Orisa. Ziad's going to try and turn, and it's not over yet. Trades are coming through. This Brig in a lot of trouble. Good job to block the spear, and actually wants to go kill the Lucio. Fixer's just going to ignore Ziad. Kill his Lucio, and Virtus Pro do clean up. Important, integral kills from Jaywu and Shockwave to save that one. And now Virtus Pro, they can finally get over a meter on this. Terror Surge available and the support ult soon to follow. This is a big opportunity for Virtus Pro. Not just to win the next fight, but they could win multiple fights here. Alcacia are coming back fast with the Sim TP though. They want to take multiple fights here if they can. Sim TP to harass the side. Lubta on a very passive angle right now. They've taken a lot of damage so far. Now the overclock from Shockwave. Everyone is a bit beat up. Landed the most of all. Ziad's going to disengage, but where is Ziad going? He's trying to buy time to live, but Fixer won't let him. Now they have to die on point because this robot is still trying to move away. They do manage to die on point at least, but that is what fight one for only the overclock. And this is where Virtus Pro can really make the distance. Now a Ray Terror Surge combo or Terror Surge Rally. I feel like Terror Surge Rally we saw a lot in Korea, and the win rate for it, incredibly high success. So eyes on Fixer and Vestler to combo this one here. Kellex will have the beat to get him out of a little bit of trouble. They're coming early back with the overclock though. Ray from Gala to start it off. They're all playing in the Ray. Eyes on Vestler. Who can he find with the Terror Surge? It's Ziad who goes first. He's found nothing. The symbol helps him. The Vestler is still in and around the backline looking for it. Here it comes. The rally's coming through. It's not with the Terror Surge. The beat from Kellex saves everyone for now, and they turn the kill onto Vestler. Beat is for saving grace. And Virtus Pro, they didn't get the combo off. They used the rally on the Orisa, the Terror Surge in the back, but it's not over yet because Shockwave's down to trade. No ults really to play with, but oh dear, Fixer is getting kidnapped right now. The torpedo pocket coming through, but nowhere to hide. And it might be a late death for Gala here as well. Yeah, has to die on point. Realizes the jig is up. Jaywu's going to try and get out. Jaywu cannot get out. Lubta doesn't miss those. Now Kitsune rush advantage for Alcacia to try and extend their lead here. Not a lot for Virtus Pro, so they will probably be forced to disengage again. Jay will have a pulse bomb opportunity at mid-fight. Swinging around the corner, pulse bomb. I mean, good. I presume it was Suzu though coming out from land, and he's going to drop that Kitsune rush going forward, and they have tried to body block Vestler, but Vestler, he's oiled up, he's out of there. And they managed to survive. Another Suzu from Landa to keep everyone safe, and Vestler's trying to get out, but they can't pocket him out here. And the disengage was good at first, but they couldn't keep Vestler alive. And now, big old meters. Thank you, Forgot My Pants again for the tier 1.
Nice to catch you live.
Nice to see you live as well, mate. Appreciate it. Terror Surge for Ziad coming up as OWCS actually wants to hammer this one home. A full cap on the cards all of a sudden. They could finish this series with authority. A TP back from Checkmate early on, and Ziad might have to back this one up as well. The TP's been killed, but Ziad gets himself around the corner. But they have a Terror Surge to re-push with when they want OWCS. DPS ults to follow shortly. Gala doesn't have the Ray yet. Now the Terror Surge is pulled in. Gala has been separated. Fixer comes to save the day, but Ziad wants to push for the kill. He's body blocking the Brig. There's no escape. You're locked in here with Ziad. And Vestler, wow, Ziad zones the back line. Everyone else walks on Vestler. They are 1 HP. Checkmate is TP to spawn. A triple for Ziad. And a Virtus Pro about to be 3-0'd with a full cap on Runa Sappy. They have ults to get back out of spawn, but they need to pop these straight away. Lub just got the overclock already. Jawu is shut down. Somebody else needs to get the touch. They need to make it there. Ziad pushing the backline. Shockwave tries to slide away. He wants these targets in May, but a Ray from Gala helps stabilize. Symbol from Checkmate to respond. Now the beam is going on to Vestler. He needs help. Here's a rally and a Terror Surge to help him out. Checkmate is bashed. He can't take the TP. The combo lands this time for Virtus Pro, and they're not going out just yet. 1 HP on Lubta behind. Well, in front rather, but Vestler finishes it off. They can come back and clean up Ziad. And Virtus Pro, I mean, can they come up and... Wait, Virtus Pro? They're falling apart. Ziad and Ladin have found 2. Surely the respawns will get them out of this, but they're moving the cart forward again. OWCS, they just won't be stopped. Jesus Christ, Virtus Pro, they're being made to work for everything. Did use Kitsune Rush late in that, but the ult situation is still great for OWCS. The beat, the Terror Surge. 2 minutes left for Virtus Pro, so they're not quite done yet, but they have such a long way back. Remember, they are fighting for their lives in this series as well. Have to win every map from here on. Lubta's going to take a lot of pokes. Jawu's behind him actually as well. Full pocket coming through, but now Checkmate is getting talked and ready to go. More pressure onto him, but now the beat push. And where can they go? Fixer has been fried. A TP to keep harassing, and now he's got the angle on Vestler as well. And Checkmate can just do what he wants. He's on your left, then he's on your right. He's full beamed, and he's killing everyone. Now OWCS coming back. Jawu has gone Venture here. A better matchup into the sim. They need something to start going for him. Also can extend the touch. First touch comes through from Jawu. Can preserve that for a while with the Venture. But the Terror Surge from Ziad is available. Where is Ziad going? Shockwave on his mind. Looking for more. Fixers there as well. But he wants to kill the backline. He's going to spin to close the distance. Turns onto the tank instead. Boops Vestler in. Now the Terror Surge from Ziad. Fixer is dead to it. The Ray from Ghana. It might be too little, too late. Ziad's killing everyone. Jawu is still trading. It's not enough. It's a full push. And OWCS have obliterated Virtus Pro today. God damn. Ziad's bloody good, isn't he? And Virtus Pro, they take us to an Orisa mirror. They think, all right, this is a bit, that was pretty even over on the Busan. We can, we can fight that out a little bit more. Fuck, do you want to see that final Ziad play again? Kind of... Like, Vestler is anchored to point, so Ziad can just take the piss, forces both slides out. Fixer's going to try and mark him a little bit. Now walking forward, eats the damage, spear back in onto Vestler, poops him in for that. Terror Surge to finish off one support, damage the other. Now he's going to turn around, finishes off the low HP, nails the spear onto Jawu so he can't get back underground on the Venture. God damn. Fuck. Gotta keep trusting in my infected pick over Riyadh. Gotta keep trusting, you know? Gotta keep trusting. Oh, alright, let's look at the final points, then I need some more water. Alright. Map number 3. Shockwave and Gala are positive. -3 for Jawu. Oh, Jay. 6.5 for Ziad, who continues his impressive scoring. Another 6 for Ziad. Kellex also trickling up with 3. Checkmate with 4. So total scores at the end. Shockwave is the only Virtus Pro member who remains positive. A -5. I've spent 25 on Jawu, and he gives me -5.4. I spent a quarter of my budget to get -4.5. Thank you, Dokexu, for the gifted tier 1 to Sova. Thank you. The money makes the pain easier. Oh, all right. Ziad, on the other hand, 17 points. Lubta, 17.5. Landon, 13. Checkers, 8.5. Kellex, I also have Kellex. He got me 7 for lowest score member of Alcad, but I'll take what I can get, Kellex. I'll take what I can get. God damn. What a performance by Lubza. What a performance by Ziad. And the Kellex version of this Alcad roster, new heights. New heights, honestly. Alright, let me grab this drink. I'll leave you with the desk in case we do highlights or an interview. I'll be right back. But, oh my god, did anyone predict Frio Alcad? Anyone? Anyone? I thought Alcad could win. But Frio? Lettuce knew. One person knew. Alright, let me grab this drink. Woo! back. Did I miss any interviews? No interview? Oh. Who's player of the match? A good question. In my opinion, it's probably Ziad, like big picture.
Mate, your prediction bot fucking sucks, what the hell? Mate, your prediction bot fucking sucks, what the hell?
Thanks, no idea for $4. £4, sorry. my prediction bot, not gotten it. Ziad got it? Yeah, fair, right? Really fair. Landon on Twitter. What's Lando saying? Wait, hold on, let me... I presume this is for ride to the game. I mean, whatever gets you ready to take down VP. If it works, it works. Landon needs to find this taxi driver. He needs to find out what song that is, and he needs to play it before every match. He needs to, you know, eyes closed, headphones on, in the zone. He needs to recapture this spirit. Does anyone know the song? Go on, Foresight, if you got a translation for us. GG Shockers, tough one. They were fucking on it today. Ziad was crazy. Lubda was fucking crazy. The sim stuff was actually... Oh wait, Quartz can find it? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me turn this back down for you, Quartz. Alright, Quartz. I need your expertise. Alright. Yeah, I'll leave it on autoplay. Come on, Quartz. Shockers fixing for fantasy points exposed. Come on, DJ Quartz. Quartz is looking through his record collection right now. Hold on. He gave up? No. Hold. Hold. Keep the faith. Come on, Quartz. Hadouken King is at least jamming. The boosts are coming through. It's got to be in that record collection somewhere. Surely he's heard it enough times now. It's trapped. It's in his head. Excited to get DMCA'd for this as well. Actually, wait. If I get DMCA'd, it'll tell me what song. Eyes on the VOD here. Eyes on the VOD to see if YouTube can if YouTube can solve it. Don't worry. We need the DMCA gods to be tight on this one. All right, I'm actually stopping recording right now and uploading this VOD to YouTube. It takes a while. It takes a while for the YouTube VOD to sort of come through with this. So we might have to give him a bit of time, but I'll keep my eye on it. Shazam didn't know? Fuck. Wait, Foresight has it? No way you found it. Wait, hold on. Upload, quick. I need to listen to this song.
ولا حفيده للسمو والسعادة تعال حفيد شقا كل موال.
It is, right?
ولا حفيده.
It is! Yes, hold on. I'm setting this to Landon right now. Hold on. Wait, has anyone else done it already? Or am I ahead of a curve here? Oh, wait. The link, not the title. Outrageously good work, Foresight, by the way. Top work. I'll put a full stop there. Great work, Foresight. Surely Landon already knows the song? No, I think this is like Landon is on the taxi here to the arena. What's it's obviously it's in Arabic, I guess, so I don't know. Do we know the artist? Sad Al-Fad. Saad Al-Fad? Is that how you say it? If happiness is a design, my soul will love you. That was exactly how I feel about Landon, actually. It's poetic, isn't it? Oh. Beautiful. And now, I mean, Landon can't lose now he knows the song. Chris is in Discord? Oh, wait. I miss you, Chrissy. Hello, Chris.
Oh, hello, mate.
Yeah, chat pointed out you were here.
Ah, said.
Did you message in chat? I didn't see.
I always use Twitch chat. It seems to be the most efficient way to get in touch with you, presumably.
Just proving
I
that
could just
theory.
DM you on Discord.
Did you catch all of that game?
Not really. We were scrimming, but looks like Alcad are honestly back.
Yeah, they're so back, actually. By back, it seems like they've moved from second best to first best. Oh god, we're going straight into this next one
Like
already.
third
Well.
best, mate. Third best, I'd say.
Sorry, I forgot T, you were on top.
KSA, mate, I'm picking Oasis, okay, mate? We're gonna put Twilight on Juno, Oasis, straight from the off, okay?
Little free insight for you there.
Just straight away, mate. Just putting that slingshot right the way back from day one, okay?
Alright. Fuck, we're jumping straight in. I'll drop you a link as well, Chrissy.
Yeah, I was gonna request that link.
Where are you?
Sync
There you
up.
are. Oh,
I might actually watch this game, so I might.
Oh yeah,
contribute
out of
more
respect.
during the cast. Yeah,
Now
it does seem
this-
respectful.
Now, this game might not have the same headline quality as the Alcatia Virtus Pro, but don't get it twisted, because Gen G are in the pits. They might already be in a crisis, but this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because if they can't get over Peps here, they are in the relegation danger zone here. Genji, the better team on paper. Who are you? Zodial, Mag, Overwatch League experience up in here. Overwatch League winners up in here. Sort of. But it's Zerion with the first pick onto said Overwatch League champion. And this flip might be going straight back the way of Peps now. Mag is in the corner and Mag is not getting out of that corner. Treader's got him locked up. And this flip will be going back the way for Team Peps sooner rather than later. Genji are trying to tiptoe the point, stagging this touch out for as long as possible. But it's just a matter of time. That opening pick from Zerion will send it back in their direction.
Could you give me some numbers, some percentages?
Yeah, 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%, 11%, 12%.
Okay,
13%.
easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Zerion,
Easy.
well on his way to this Kitsune rush as well. Slightly ahead, about 10% ahead of Kaneo, so a chance to use that one if the fight breaks out on point. For now, though, Genji want to clear the flanks a little bit, take care of a high ground. But Juno, Kiri, Team Peps' backline, they can kind of play everywhere. Lots of flexibility and mobility. Treader's trying to make an aggressive move onto Zodial. He is taking a pounding in the face. And who are you? Found a kill in the back behind point. Treader's low, he'll get finished off. And felt like Team Peps forced the issue there. I look how far forward Tread was in terms of the aggression and pressure of the Freya. What you want to do as the Hazard, but the rest of his team was still caught up behind points and not a lot of support. Cookie's going to find a trade out of that, and Ken's going to find a second one here, but low on resources. Who are you can clean that up, get back on point, and Genji will be back in control. No ults were actually exchanged in all of that outside of Zodial's bowler. There is a Kitsune rush coming through now from Kaneo. A quick recontest from Peps has forced that one out. Team Peps are going to try and get that one out for free. They've robbed the respective bank. Now a Kitsune rush back in main, but Tread's going to use the speed boost to get onto the back line, and they've got the kills.
Okay, never mind, it was good. It looked like the worst Kitsune I'd ever seen, but it was actually insane, clearly.
Felt unnecessary, but it seems to be working out. Trade for Mag, but he lost all his HP for it, and Peps will get it right back. And a real heads-up play, not the Kitsune rush, but the play before that for Team Peps to recontest, actually baiting out Kaneo's Kitsune rush. A bit of an overreaction there from Genji, given the situation. It was kind of just Tread by himself, but enough to spook the young Spaniard. And now ults will be even as we come into this. Ray versus Ray. Downpours in play. An early bowler from Cookie. Any connection? Connection with the pulse bomb instead. FD God is down, which means no Ray in this next fight for Team Peps. And this point won't stop flipping. Genji are going to be able to get right back on it. And it's Team Peps' chance to play it slow, stall out the touch as long as possible. Ken's going to blink away. They can touch again from behind the point. Kiri on it now. Suzu has been used by Zerion. TP out as well, so they don't go for the maximum stall time, but they get a lot of their players out. And now they can take this ult trade. Ray versus Ray. Downpours will be the difference maker in this. FD God takes an early bolt on this retake, as all of Peps want to clear Mag off this high ground first. He's trying to dance around the fence right now. Now the Ray comes through onto Mag. Downpour comes out, locks up Zerion. He's awfully low. He's getting pocketed through all of it, but he'll live. Now the counter Downpour. The pulse bomb connects too. And the Downpour from Tread seems to get a bit more done. Locked up Mag, sets up that pulse bomb. Trade from Zodial, but they need to reset quickly here, Genji. No ults and no time, and Zodial is stuck in here as well. This is going to be a late death. Kaneo on Lucio. Mag, they're trying to run for the touch here, but it's going to be difficult. Bolt onto Kaneo as well. He won't be getting the touch, and yes, not even interested in attempting it really, was it?
It is a beautiful view in Greece this time of year, you know? Like, just have a little look, you know? I
was sort of scanning for like, oh right, Kaneo doesn't need the touch, so somebody else has it as well, right? Right? No. just having a look.
It's true. If Exodia loses this, he's like the world's most boomed person, you know? Because he left and got worse, you know? At least I suppose he got paid, you know? A little bit. A few dollars, but...
How much is, how much would you be willing to suffer in exchange for a paycheck?
Well, at the moment...
I'll ask Zodial next time I see him.
Yeah, thank you.
Orisa versus Orisa now as we move over onto Ruins. Who are you going to be taking up for Sombra? Still no Genji for Who Are You. Not an unviable hero in this meta, but Genji and Crossy, they've been pretty dedicated to trying to play the meta heroes in a lot of these situations, even if it's not the most favourable for their players. They'll be doing more of the same here. Alari this time for Kaneo, which just helped them in terms of double flex, and Who Are You is already a menace in the backline. FD God dies. significant advantage now, and yeah, they're just going to cut their losses here. Peps take the quick reset. They need to keep their eyes on it. Sombra has a pretty nice matchup into Juno for the most part, and really punishing them there. Zox is going to have to play quite tight to the Alari to make sure they can pocket through in these exchanges. For now, who are you? Just trying to set up behind. Actually, no, is he on his side of the map, right? He's just hacking his own Mega. He just likes to hack for packs right now. Now he's going to hack Tread. Bit of damage onto him. Spin towards Coast. Tread's having a hard time disengaging this one. Who are you's going to go deeper on his next engage. And Zodiel's found FD God, this time from the sky. And Zodiel and Who Are You just getting everything done. Opening picks in both of these fights, and Peps just can't get anything going.
One thing that's interesting to note here is it seems like EU is taking a double flex pill at the moment. It seems like it is being aggressively swallowed. I wonder which team, you know, made that meta, you know?
Someone must be influencing it in scrims, but who could it be?
Must be.
It's probably Genji.
it's actually not us, by the way. I wanted to take credit for it, but it's actually 100% not us.
Opening bowler from the top ropes, and Zodiel and Who Are You? Another pick a piece, and again, Team Peps just can barely get out of their spawn right now. They will be pinned back. They got a trade for what it's worth, but Who Are You can be back awfully quickly, and they don't really need to give up the full hold fully here, Genji. They can still shoot up early. Not shoot up as in heroin, guys. I am not promoting drugs, and I am not allowed. Also, because it's immoral, of course. Now coming back to point with this Kitsune rush. Onto point. No support ult to match yet from Genji. EMP is close. Ray is close. Captive Sun is close. But for now, it is a run and survive. But Who Are You? He can't survive. Ken will bop him in the face. And they use this Kitsune rush to flip a point. Ken wants more, though. Pulse Bomb is good. Up into the sky. Kaneo gets taken down. And they will convert this into a pretty handy team wipe here. Pushing forward for more kills. Or maybe not a team wipe, but they at least claim all the space back, and now they can hold forward. Burnt their Kitsune rush for it. Now a Ray retake for them. They've got an EMP to throw into this as well. Who Are You could use this as the opener. Guys, don't shoot up heroin. And especially if you are going to shoot up heroin, don't credit me for it, for the love of God. Trying to make a living out here. Ray versus Ray. Who Are You trying to find the EMP setup here? As has your stream just gone laggy, or is it me?
Just you, mate.
Oh, fuck. Alright, we're back. Oh, we're back. We got back.
Okay,
We're back.
Go.
EMP comes through.
There's some beams on the point, okay? And Larry's fragging. That's all you need to know. It looks good for the team in blue, okay? Blue for the win.
Retake is good. I feel like my qualities, I'm going to get greedy and go back up to 1080p, so hold on while we're between fights. There we go.
Alright.
Alright,
no ults.
Like we're back.
Really? We got a little bowler. Yeah,
a couple of opening picks so far for Zodiel with his bowlers, and there's even just bolts coming in early. Have to make this retake work here, Team Peps. Blinking through, FD got on the Lucio now to help with this. We'll get the whole team through, and Tread has a Terror Surge at the end of it if he can find a meaningful target to connect on. He's walked up now, but they've just got pressure on Mag. Now the bowler out from Zodiel. Yeah. Nothing though. Terror Surge, only damage onto the tank though. Mag's down to half HP. Peps might be able to get the flip off that, especially off the back of the pick. Not too much out of the Terror Surge, really, but it's done enough to force Genji back, and they'll have to play retake now. Cookie walking forward, looking for any of these follow-up kills. A late pick here will go a long way to ensuring it's going to be one more attempt only for Genji. Kitsune Rush for Zerion first, though. Mag has the Terror Surge, but Kitsune Rush got to be the better role in that matchup, as long as they don't get too many people caught in the Terror Surge. Onus on Genji to make something work. Ken is fighting on the right-hand side now with the Sombra, which means Who Are You can't get close to the backline right now. Mag's made his way onto point, spinning around just to look at stuff mostly. No chance for that Terror Surge just yet. Ken is on 1 HP. No recall here. He gets killed by Kaneo before he get that pulse ball off. Kitsune Rush on top of Mag, but he has the Kitsune Rush. He's cleared the also on Terror Surge. Now he drops a Terror Surge. FD God is well and truly in that one. He will die. But Bowler doesn't get enough damage to trade him, though. Mag and Tread fighting it out on point. Hat comes through onto Tread. He's going to fall. Genji looking good for it. They need a huge carry from their DPS right now. Suzu to get the touch from Zerion. Will die shortly afterwards. Cookie is too far away. Pulse Bomb misses from Ken. Trying to flood back onto the point, but they've just got no kills during all of this. The Ray from Zox will surely seal the deal now. A couple more touches. Maybe FD God comes flying in for one more. The Captive Sun lands as well. One more touch. Tread can't quite make it. Tied up 1-1.
Feels, I don't know, feels just slightly kappa. That's what I'd say. Encompass the meta. I think it's just slightly kappa, you know? Just even Korea isn't playing it. Feels like there's so many swaps where it's just slightly more efficient.
You mean the double flex?
Like Yeah, like even the Sombra itself, you see here you use just, it's so easy if like your supports are so disconnected just to play Sombra, and like Juno is an incredibly easy to kill character. So I don't know. I think maybe it's easier on this one. I would prefer to see a little Lucio Kiri from Team Peps here if it was up to me, but thankfully I've got my own relegation side to manage. So
the armchair coaching.
yeah.
Alright, it's going to be a hazard mirror for all of it now then. A hero now Mag has struggled on, and honestly Tread has struggled on at times if you remember back to stage 1 where he was with OWCS. Going to beat Juno Kiri from both teams as well, which, like Chris was saying, I think does really favour Genji here with the double flex supports in. FD God has been caught quite a few times early on, and, well, speaking and it will come true. FD God has been caught early on this time by Kanail finding the dink there, and it's going to be a quick reset for Team Peps as well. They're going to be forced all the way out. Zirion's going to be forced to, well, not even forced to TP back. I guess he didn't have it. Just goes down, and Genji with a convincing first point. Not too much to speak of ult-wise coming into the next one. Will just be a full another neutral. And I mean, honestly, this is how the last 2 rounds have now started for Team Peps, and it's just such a frustrating deficit to have to deal with. It is Tracer versus Tracer on this one as well, in the Hazard version of the mirror. Again, it's still really interesting to see who are you not lean onto the Genji. Like, it's a good map for it, but just really reluctant to go onto that hero. Either way, Peps are going to retake here. Nearly have to worry about Zodial's bowler. Zirion's had to use this Suzu early on as well, which might open the door. And FD God dead again. Zox just with the Juno gap. Torpedoes, I guess, would have sent out from across the map. He will get traded for it, but Who Are You keeps the trades to keep the numbers positive. Just about ahead right now. 3v2, and Tread has no HP, so he should get finished off in the block battle up here. And Genji good for 2 fights in a row. No ult really in play yet outside of bowlers and pulse bombs. Thank you, Optimal, for the prime as well. Shout out Amazon. And now they're in a pretty good situation here, Genji. Kitsune Rush is going to be up before any of the support ults. Zirion's going to be forced to TP back, I think they're already. Ken's going to get some position on the high ground as they try and creep their way back into this point, Peps. They have to be ready to disengage, and look at this. They have one man on their mind, and it is FD God. Who Are You putting pressure early on as they try and retake top, but the bowler is good from Zodial, but downfall from behind, and that might just seal it. They will get another attempt here from Team Peps, but they're going to have to push into this Kitsune Rush. They're going to not really be able to disengage the point as we go into overtime either, and this is looking really rough for Team Peps all of a sudden. Eyes on the touch here. Gonna have to walk through this Freya onslaught coming down from Zodial. Trying to come through main, get Cookie a little bit of space, but Mag is still there. Tread's battling away at him now. Kitsune Rush comes out from Kaneo as Ken looks to secure the touch. The bowler is good, but it is Suzu'd. All the damage prevented, and no touch! Ken! FD God and Zirion. both on it at the end. And honestly, if they were able to drag that fight out a little bit longer, they got to their Ray, they got to their own Kitsune Rush. Real chance on that, but just mismanagement of the touch. Real basic error as well, all things considered. Like a Tracer, Kiri, Juno comp as Hazard. Somebody's got to be getting a touch in there somewhere.
Love to know what's going on in this Peps scrim bubble over here, because I feel like if you look across the pond to our friends from Korea, I think you see plenty of Lucio Kiri with the Hazard. It by no means feels like it's an inferior comp or an inferior matchup. It's really hard to imagine that FD God isn't going to get more work done on his signature hero as opposed to the perma-dead Juno. But again, what do I know?
I love your new tech of saying whatever you want and then caveating it with, well, what do I know? This is my perfect get out of jail.
I think the Renegade is fucking shit, and all his comps were terrible, and him and Krusty both the worst coaches in the world. Well, what do I know, you know? What do I know?
I'm just a guy.
I'm just a man with an opinion, you know? You don't have to listen to me.
And really, I mean, this is actually, I'm trying to think what iteration. It maybe was like the Tread FD iteration of like Pep / Gaming Gladiators last year. And I felt kind of the same way, where they would be okay in like the more complicated situations when there's a big ult trade, but just so many like goofy or simple errors in like these neutrals or someone dying early, all these small things just mean they're always having to play from a bit of a deficit, and they just end up in like holes they can't quite dig themselves out of. Oh, I can show you the fantasy scores as well.
Yes.
Where am I going? Let's see. EMEA. Genji versus Peps. Did anyone hold strong on their Genji investments for this?
By the dip.
Zodial top on 5. Mag with 4.5. Mag's actually keeps doing alright fantasy scoring wise. Kaneo and Zox 3 apiece. Who are you? Just a 1.5. Seems to be a bit of a flip now. Previously Flex DPS were carrying, but it feels like hit scans are getting more points now. FD God with a cheeky -6.
Someone told me this. I can't remember who it was. It was someone. It was definitely a person.
From
But
Falcons.
they told me... I don't think it was Falcons, but they told me they think that right now Freya is like the original Sojourn, where almost nothing else in the matchup matters, just who's got the better Freya, you know? Like if you Freya gap, then you almost always
it negates
win. Like when Sojourn
any other
first came out, I mean,
Yeah.
how many metas did we have with Sojourn where it was genuinely like everything else was irrelevant apart from which Sojourn found the picks every time?
Yeah.
Whoever it was that told me that, good shout. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, 2022 Sojourn? Yeah. Love winning every ult fight just to realise Shy is on the other team. Unfortunately, what can you do?
It was Landon who told me. I think that's who it was.
Oh.
Good shout, Landon. He knows what he's doing.
I mean, to be fair, because it feels like Lubza was probably one of the hit scans he played for least Freya in the last couple of weeks, but he played it almost exclusively today, except for the map they banned it, which is fair enough, really. And Lubza was going hard, actually.
I mean, the hero is just outrageous, you know?
I got a first-time message from Mittens Treble 7 here saying, it was me, but what do I know?
What do you know, mate? I don't know. Just a guy with an opinion, you know? What do you know?
Alright, Circuit Royale. And Peps are going to come in immediately with the May ban, which implies they want to force probably more pokey DPS, really. You know, like some kind of Pharah Freya or something like that. Genji have responded with a Lifeweaver ban. Alright, I'll do good cop, you do bad cop. Benefit of the doubt
Okay.
is FD God, bit of a Lifeweaver player. We've seen some Lifeweaver in Korea, and especially maybe in these slower version of the comps. I mean, Chris even played Lifeweaver last week. So maybe there is a bit of not wanting to deal with the Lifeweaver nonsense
Alright.
and all of this. Bad cop?
Yes, here's the situation. We started the Lifeweaver shit. We scrimmed Peps a lot that way. We started it on defense, and they just fucking stole that shit. And it seems like Genji have managed to obtain some form of scrim code / information about Team Peps on Circuit Royale, and they have preemptively banned it. Everybody shits on the Lifeweaver, but it is very, very reasonable, especially on Circuit Royale defense. It has a lot of, on first point defenses, it does get a lot of value. Obviously, we lost last week, but we had a significant play problem where we played like shit, which never makes any hero look good. That being said, probably not playing Lifeweaver much anymore. So, but what do I know? What do I know?
I've got a first time.
Oh, go on.
I got a first time. We were all wondering, what does Chris actually know?
What's all these first time messages, you know? They're not coming for me.
You inspire response, Chris, if nothing else.
I mean, fair play, honestly.
Alright, so, comp-wise, Genji starting on the defense, and good news, Who Are You is on Genji, bad news, Mag is still on Diva, but Circuit
You
Royale...
can't get everything you like in life, you know?
You gotta take the good with the bad sometimes. But
You
also,
do, mate, you do.
admittedly, a bit of a hard map for a lot of Mag's key heroes. We'll get to the other maps when we get to the other maps. And for now, there's a little bit of cope. Mag's going back to spawn, actually. Oh, no, that's Tread. I'm blind. I don't see race or colour or even a lot of things on my screen. But FD God has been first picked again. Oh, come on.
Let's
I don't
keep
even...
him on the Juno, guys. Keep it going.
I'm not even spinning. You don't need a doctor to diagnose this. Alright, quick reset for Team Peps. The good news is they're still right at the spawn because they've made no progress, so FD God is right back in the mix now. Swing coming round for Zodial, bolts out too. Just trading that damage, but Treader's going to be able to anchor his corner for a while. Really, Team Peps can bully their way around the corner with the ram, but Genji are trying to play around it. Torpedo swing as Mag and Who Are You try and find prime targets on anyone else that is swinging. Team Peps, though, they can keep playing through point, use these form timings to clear Mag, force him back, get a bit of space for their DPS to swing into all of this, get Cookie into a more meaningful position. An outrageously early bowler from Zodial. Finds a bit of damage and Mag is all over this Alari. Now he's half HP behind, he's going to need some help out. Not enough help, though, can't get out. And it's probably not going to be worth a trade now. If only they had a Life Weaver. Mag, we can't do it anymore. We don't have the safety button. And they will trade their way out of this one, though, after that D.Va falls. Late trade onto FD God. God help you. My heart goes out to you, honestly, if you have FD God in your fantasy team. Team Peps will be rolling it up to the corner. And we'll be getting the next fight. Ults all pretty even. Have to say, the rally most of the time will be a bit more consistent value than the Captive Sun, but there is a chance for Zerion to clutch with that. We saw lots of big Captive Sun plays this morning as well. A particularly big carry from Irony on this map. Now Cookie's walking round. Bola onto the front line, doesn't find anything. Now the Genji response. Who Are You is going to try and dash that, but you can see how bloody hard it is to fight a Freya. And Who Are You's going to get punished for that aggression as well. Expected maybe more of a swing from Mag on that timing as well. Follow Who Are You in. But felt a bit disjointed there from Genji in terms of their retake attempt. Now the touch is going to be very strained. Mag is going to have to anchor for a while, and this is the perfect situation for the Ram in this Ram versus D.Va matchup. Bowler from Zodial to try and turn the tide. Second bowler of the map already, by the way. Sends that one out, but you can see Mag's HP has been deleted. The Ray to buy some valuable time. Captive Sun out from Zerion. Can't find any key triggers. The Annihilation on point to buy more time. Kanail's rally gets cut down by this blade. Now the Ray comes through from FD God. There is a bomb out though. Tread shield just in time. And now he can start forming in this Ray. So much pressure, but where are the kills from this Ray? Just focusing Mag down instead, down to half HP. Cookie's going to win the Freya duel. The Vet's going to fall as well from Mag. And this should just be clean up now for Peps. Took him 3 minutes, but we'll be getting it over the line. And a swap now coming out from Kanail. And an Orisa coming out from Mag.
I like it. I like it.
Should mates. Oh, go on.
Yeah, and then Tread gets the counter swap, and then now we have to go back and we have to swap Brig. Yeah, oh, fucking see people chatting. All I see in your chat is what does Chris actually know, but look what I know. I know the reality, yeah? I fucking saw it all happen before you did, mate, so fuck you guys, eh? Anyway,
even on Kiri Lucio now as well, right? So,
yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, okay.
If only you was there midweek. The bowler is massive from Cookie, though. Who Are You goes down straight away. No chance to use the blade now. And the swaps might be good, but if you get bowlered in the face, you're going to run into a lot of problems. They try and disengage. Kanail goes for another look. Why would he look again? You knew what was coming. But he has to check to be sure. He's sure now, but regret for sure. Blade coming back for Who Are You, and he's going to need to do everything. No ults, though, so there is a chance for Who Are You. Blade is out. Pressure by Mag. Not too much with this initial one, and pretty minimal value. But Zodial's found a picture in all of it, but it's traded right back. 4v4. Mag's going to start anchoring point. Bowler is eaten by Tread, importantly, there, so no value out of that one. Zox has the Ray. Team Peps can put the pressure on, though. If they can force this Ray out and get out, could be worth it. Here comes the Ray. Zerion and FD, they don't have their support ults yet. Tread is trying to reset, and this Ray is just going to trickle to nothing here. Peps get exactly what they want, and now a support ult to repush with. And Mag's going to make the aggressive move. They don't want to let a chance. Bowler into the back is pocketed through all of that damage, though they keep going. Kanail's going to die, doesn't get to that rally, and they just walk straight into this Kitsune rush. And you see a difference in macro understanding here. Team Peps, they walk up, they apply pressure. They want to force the Ray as soon as it comes.